Good evening. Welcome back, everyone. No ads tonight because it's it's Command and Conquer. You gotta have the music. Chances of this getting a mark on it, which is fine, is basically 100%. So anyway, welcome everyone. Revenant's here since earlier. Got Nico there earlier too. Bruce, thanks for stopping by. Sounds like you're gonna crash here any second. So, an evening, Ted. Evening it as usual in the European area you're in, and evening Phil G Steak as well. Command and Conquer. Good evening. Uh, it, it's Command and Conquer. I mean, it's just I can gush about this game or whatever because I read so many previews about this game, and I think many of us have many memories of playing one Command and Conquer of some variety. Anyone who's interested in any RTS games have probably played Command and Conquer at some point. Oh man, yeah, that's a long day, so do not feel obligated to hang out or anything, but I appreciate you being here. Um, Private fiber bar. Fortunately, I don't have any, but there would be a lot of bathroom breaks involved in that probably. Um, but I think I'm good for now. It's a different kind of stream. I'm not quite there yet on that kind of streaming level on, I think what to call that kind of stuff. Like ridiculous streaming, I guess. Is everyone watching the Game Awards right now? If you're a Steam, have a Steam account and you watch it through Steam, you have a chance every 6 seconds to win a Steam Deck. So highly encourage you guys to have it on in the background as well. I won't be heartbroken if you pay attention to that too. See all the cool trailers, but I'm doing it to see if I can get another Steam Deck for the family. So anyway, Command and Conquer, when that came out, like real-time strategy games had been around before that. I mean, Dune 2 was probably the closest one we have to a first real computer real-time strategy game, right? Versus there were so many turn-based strategy games or hex-based, whatever, military simulation games. And then the idea that you can control your forces in real time was something really new. And then Command and Conquer and Warcraft 2 came out the same year, and that revolutionized that genre. And then as we played other RTS games from this era, the genre just exploded after that. There was new RTSs left and right, some good, some not so good. And there were a lot of like copy paste almost games, but the original Command and Conquer was fantastic. Is fantastic still. And it's an easy way to play it today. If you got the remastered collection, you can get that pretty cheap anymore when it goes on sale. Highly recommend that if you can get it on sale, because it's a great way to re-experience it. It's a little jank now, maybe, when you look at the old game mechanics. But when it came out, it was a breath of fresh air with its fully rendered FMV sequences between every mission, engaging storyline, you know, 2 campaigns to play, 2 discs, and of course, a glorious big box that we have here. This is my original box that I bought back then, of course, from 1995. And yes, we will install the game. I did delete the installation after testing it because the installer is also amazing. Westwood did some really cool installers. Actually, it has a bit of a crumple area here, and that's from when I got it. It's been like that since I got it. I think that's in shipping, basically, but adds character to it. This is the version 1 distributed in UK, or from the UK. The way here everywhere. So it has actual English text on the back. Not all of them did that, but this one does have it. So, but I poured over previews and magazines. I think it was the Swedish magazine High Score and also the Swedish magazine PC Gamer that was streamed a couple of times. It didn't come until later, but the High Score magazine, which was exclusively focused on gaming and PC gaming above all early on, I think they had previews of it, and I would just pour through it. As everyone knows, I'm a sucker for top-down or isometric games. So, evening, Nico, welcome. And so when I saw previews for this game, I was sold right away. And Westwood, of course, at this era now was a good developer. I mean, this kind of set them off, right? After this, they kind of ventured into different genres, and they had done different games too. I'm a mechanical man. I have a poster up here. I printed that. I actually found a high-res scan from a gaming magazine. You can find that online, right? And I actually sent that to a local printer here. And I mean, for non-commercial use, obviously. And I printed the World Domination in a Box full-page ad, so I have that on my wall here. Touched a little bit of my, interest in the Command & Conquer series. And I do have, right up there, is the remastered box as well behind me on the shelf. I did buy that big box. You can actually buy that from Best Buy still. Let me grab it real quick. I have 2 copies. This is the remastered edition. You can see it's really nice foil here. Comes with a Tiberium crystal USB drive and everything. I think you can still buy this from Best Buy. They still have it in stock for like $60. I'm pretty sure, because they printed a lot of these and they haven't sold as well. But it's a lovely box. Definitely larger than the original box. But if you'd like Command and Conquer, I highly recommend that one. I'm not affiliated with Limited Run Games, of course, but I do like their products. I will say unless I have missed something in here, it's a pretty bare bone box. Although, I mean, big box games are cool anyway, but it just comes with the CD, which is 2 CDs. And the really cool thing with this was that you could play skirmishes against each other with 1 disc each. So you basically had 2 copies of the game, technically, that you could play with. I had 2 computers networked, actually, in junior high, believe it or not, through no modem cable. My friend would come over after school and we'd play that against each other. And then, you know, one can play NOD, one can play GDI, because there's 2 different discs in here. So I thought that was a really cool idea. And then a black and white manual with all the units. And I would pour through this manual. Nice, sturdy manual. But there isn't much else in here. But something that we'll see, keep in mind, when this game came out in 1995, the production quality on the video, the production quality of the game as a whole, the music was amazing. The graphics were great. I mean, it was such a complete package, I guess. And I don't think there were many games that met the production quality level that Command & Conquer provided all of a sudden, especially in the RTS genre. And there were really no other games available in that genre until Warcraft and Warcraft 2 and then Command & Conquer here. And I just kind of swept the scene. And then many imitators, of course, followed. But yeah, we're going to install the game because Westwood's installers are just great. So I'm not sure how many of you here have actually played Command & Conquer. Because, I mean, you have a series that ran from 1995. When was the last Command & Conquer? Because there was a mobile game thing that just didn't do very well. But the last, like, mainline, quote-unquote, series was probably Red Alert 2, right? Red Alert 3, sorry. Red Alert 3 was probably the last, like, mainline Command & Conquer game. Petroglyph Games, which is the old Westwood people after EA shut it down, they founded Petroglyph Games, and they made a game called Grey Goo. And I do have that box here for that somewhere. I actually bought that physical. If I remember where I put it. Here somewhere. Whatever. Super important. Grey Goo is almost a spiritual successor to Command & Conquer. So if you have not played Grey Goo and you like that type of game, it can be had for dirt cheap. It was a attempt to revitalize that genre, I think, and like make 3 different factions. It's full production quality. It's a very good game. It did not get a big following. Then Petroglyph Games, of course, was approached to make the remaster, which is what they did most recently that I'm aware of. But they are just, you know, the old Westwood developer. So, yeah, that is true. Installer Strike, welcome. The idea with Grey Goo is that nano machines have become so like advanced and ridiculous that they just absorb everything and turn it into Grey Goo. So silly name aside, it is an interesting world-ending scenario where the nano machines have taken over or whatever. But it is a really good game. I should play it again at some point too. Maybe record it. I don't know. I'm thinking a little bit about. I'm kicking around the idea of doing little Let's Play videos here and there because they wouldn't affect the stream and wouldn't affect my regular video stuff. But there's some games I would like to play through fully, and I might start recording some Let's Play videos of old games. I don't know. We'll see. Because I have so much time left over for other stuff. So anyway, we're going to install Command & Conquer. We have the GDI disc. There are 2 factions for this game, GDI and NOD, and we have the GDI disc in here right now. But the installer is something else because they actually have a little flair in here. And they continued this tradition. The Red Alert installer also is really awesome. But then you get this whole, like, cool video sequences. And I mean, this was just mind-blowing. That you had a game here with animations and cool look and stuff like that. So, yeah, Frank Kopacki, of course, is the composer, the industrial rock soundtrack for most of the Command & Conquer games, really. And I think it was in 2017, MagFest. It's on the East Coast. There's like an event for video game music, and they had Frank Kopacki and the Tiberian Sons perform the Command & Conquer soundtrack live. That would have been amazing to be there. This game has a phenomenal soundtrack if you haven't heard it. And the remaster, they remastered the entire soundtrack and re-recorded it. And it sounds great. So they played all the songs during that event, and that's pretty cool. We do have a Sound Blaster AW64 in this machine, as we'll see here when it spins around. We're running this on the Pentium 166. The Pentium 166, I should say. But we're going to auto-detect it, and it's going to find it, hopefully. Did it earlier. Now we're going to test sound. And the flare and the animation and stuff like that, I had never seen this playing DOS games. Usually you got, like, your Doom 2 installer, or at best, you know, I think Transport Tycoon installer with some SVGA graphics, and this animation and, like, this cool, like, future vibe and all that stuff. There was nothing like this that I remember. For to spin up.
Center.
Center.
Center. Center. Center.
The remastered edition has a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, and the lady that is recording this, she actually was brought back to re-record the stuff for the remastered to provide better samples. They said that the original recording was her in like a closet, you know, recording that right in there. So it's pretty shoestring budget when you think about it. That is correct. And now we get full audio and flare and...
This program will install Command and Conquer to the following directory.
So
if
cool.
you wish to install to another directory and/or drive, please type it in below.
I'm going to shrink the video just a little bit. I notice I'm clipping outside here. Go. You saw nothing. Install it on a game, C and C. Not the Music Factory, but the game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Installing.
Installing.
Please stand by. While you are waiting, please fill out your registration card and send it in.
And I couldn't find the registration cards. I bet I filled it out originally, and I just tossed it in a drawer somewhere. Because I did that all the time. I would fill it out and never actually send it in, so... that was pretty great. Ian Christian? And, I mean, I was just... I don't know. I don't know why. I wasn't good at this game, but I played all the way through in both campaigns. Maybe I never finished a Nod one. I don't remember now. That sounds terrible in Swedish. Kommendera och erövra. Göteborgare, vet du. Now, it's Command and Conquer was just... It started a franchise, and it's funny how... it was such a big thing for so long. Like... Command and Conquer and Red Alert were both, like, huge games. I mean, Red Alert just cemented them as the king of strategy games. I mean, of course, Blizzard was, you know, neck and neck there with Warcraft 2 and stuff.
For last-minute changes and notes,
please examine
the README file.
But, yeah, they had a really good run there for a while. And then I think that the market oversaturated, right, with RTSs. There were so many RTSs coming out from everywhere for a while there. I mean, we had streamed a couple other ones. We did Dark Reign, which is probably one of the more direct competitors around that era. KKND, and there was like, that was a Dark Colony? No, that was a shooter. There were so many RTSs for like that 5-6 year time span there. They were just coming out of the woodwork, so... Same, no Steam Deck for me either, so hoping to win one for my wife here, we'll see. Or if we win the bigger one, I'll take that and she can have the one, unless she's listening. Again, the production quality and the cool factor of this. This is still like the installer or launch in the game, right? Axoloria, I think it's I mean, I like RTSs in general, and Command & Conquer, the first one, I have a very soft spot.
Installation.
You know, the gold edition with the upscaled resolution, you can play it in Windows 95. You have different compilations in Sucra. I do have the expansion pack for this, which is, again, the European box. So this is the Covert Operations. There's even more bare bones in the box, I think. Yeah, it's just a CD.
The Grain Trade Center in Vienna was the 17th urban bombing.
We do not have that installed tonight. We're playing the base game. The expansion is kind of like, you feel it's kind of tacked on in that sense. Just more of everything, but it's no like same campaign and CGI and everything. But this here, I mean, my friends and I, we watched this like over and over. Like the fact that you can have now a game like this with full motion video, of course, you know, horrendously compressed, because I mean, it was the era. You would have played this on a 46 or a Pentium class machine, which is what we have here.
New Tiberium harvesting
it was just not
methods
something you
instituted
would...
by the Brotherhood of
Yeah.
Nod increase
And
profitability
interestingly
by
enough, if you watch the
49%.
behind the scenes for the remaster edition, they had a challenge because they couldn't find the original source material. And they didn't have anything
holdings now account for almost half of the
to
world's
use
known
the
supply.
original
Given
data
the
tapes or whatever with the
quasi-terrorist
video,
group
so they had to use
incredible
AI
leverage in the
upscaling on this, and
London
it was
Gold
alright, but
On the domestic
it is what you
side,
can do, right? This is, you know, 320 by 240 or whatever, 320 by 200 DOS resolution, so trying to get that to 4K, not so great. But they did the best they could, and I think it was a sad thing they couldn't find the original video because they had shot it on like proprietary Sony tapes that then were lost. So they did what they could, but the remaster edition is really, really good, so yeah. Yeah, exactly. Heating foil. I had never, at this point when this game came out in 95, I had never seen a video like this. This was just like, I was just sitting there just flabbergasted watching full-screen CGI like this, at this quality level. Because this is the point now where we started getting stuff, even compared to Warcraft 2 Intro Cinematic and stuff. This was something else entirely. But I mean, they had a studio, right? And there's a lot of motion capture and real people being filmed overlaid on green screen, so... that's true. But, each time you completed a mission, it was like a reward, and you got to see a CGI thing. So we are going to play as GDI here for nostalgic reasons.
Global Defense Initiative selected.
I played GDI as a kid, so that's what we're going to do. I don't remember this guy's name, sadly. Rest in peace. He passed away the last couple of years, I believe. He's a musician, I think, so...
Nod forces have fortified this beachhead at X-16.
And that's the thing, is like, this was a video game. And that's what you consider, like, yeah, them making Toy Story was like a full, you know, movie, and there was a ton of production. But this was a video game that budget was much, much, much lower. The fact they were able to produce a game of this caliber, and it was the near future thing that was, at least at that time, very fresh and new. You had current setting, but it was current military hardware with some stuff, so... Oh, they're here again. Let's see. Where's the... Report. Report. Okay, reported. Oh, and here we go.
Draft deployed here.
Boy. Got stuck.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yep.
New construction options. Building.
Let me know if the music is too loud or too low, or if it's good or whatever, because you got to hear the music in this game. It's amazing. Just Frank Kopacki's industrial rock soundtrack on this one. This is what sold me on the game, because it's so driving. So we'll do the basic primer then for people that have not played an RTS. I would imagine most of you have, but I just feel I should say it anyway. But RTS, of course, is real-time strategy. You're controlling your units by issuing direct orders, and this was new. This was not something you would have expected in 1995, or at least in 94, 95. You build your base, and usually there's an objective, and in this case, usually to kill all the enemies on the map. Unit ready. But, watch out, Gunboat. Such a great game. Yeah, that's true. I should probably do that. But I want people to be able to drop in, too. I understand that would work, but at the same time, I want people to be able to drop in if they want to, or to see a link somewhere to my stream, you know? I don't want to force anyone to sub. Do the no-pressure method, so... But that's probably the thing. And also, it was so weird that you think that would be easy to filter on automatically, right? That was pretty obviously a bot, and their filtering engine should have kicked that out. Because, I mean, you can't even drop, like, a link in there without it filtering, right? So... Alright, thanks for stopping by, Foil. Appreciate you stopping by. It's just... I played this to death. My friend and I would play it concurrently, like, we would skirmish against each other through an old modem. We would also play, like, he would play the non-campaign while I played GDI, and next to it, and we'd compare notes and sit there and, like, talk about it. Now, Red Alert came out, it was like, oh, the new one's out, oh, yeah! And we rushed home from school when my box arrived. I got that right here, too. And we did stream that, it's like a year ago now, isn't it? Jeez. All right, Bruce, thanks for stopping by.
Unit
Now,
ready.
this is early days of, yeah, you can group units, and you can group units and everything, and use them control one and stuff like that to select them quickly. So there are a lot of things that are very streamlined and things you might not expect from an RTS of this era, but this game was, I mean, even Warcraft 2 didn't have that on launch. This was revolutionary, at least for me. It's also funny now, playing a game like this with the chunky characters like this, so zoomed in because it is the low DOS resolution, is also a bit of a blast from the past, so. It was the details and everything, it looked so cool. I will say, as having children who are very into Mario, they're all excited to see the movie, even they are a little like... You watch the other dubs of the Mario movie trailer, and they're like, wahoo! And he's so happy and stuff like that. And Chris Pratt is just delivering the lines so, like, almost deadpan. They sound so unenthusiastic, and that's hard with a character that's so exuberant as Mario. So, we'll see. I'll reserve judgment, but I'm not hopeful right now. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. 3 Canadian visitors. Huh, cool.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Now you get little cool animations that you... Yeah. You get a CGI animation as a reward that you beat the mission. You get a little summary thing, and it's just really cool. I'm gonna fix this a little bit because it's bugging me. There we go. There's a little black border there. Not okay. I remember just watching these, and there was a... Again, it felt like a reward every time you beat a mission. This was just amazing. Because you could see, like, oh, there's that's the building I saw in the game, and there's that unit I saw, and, like, it tied it together so well. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's fine if they want to make a strong character. I'm just afraid the movie's going to be the typical, the main lead is a buffoon and can't do anything, and then the female one is a strong whatever. It's like, we'll see. My kids are going to love it. I mean, it's coming out close to my one kid's birthday, so he's going to want to see that for sure, and they're going to love it. And they love both Sonic movies, so. And then you get to pick where to go. Now, if you played Dune 2, there's a lot of similarities here, and as I understand it, the only reason the Westwood made this in a near future setting is that they could have continued the Dune license, as far as I know, but they choose not to because they were tired of making sand tiles, which, fair. Now, Dune 2000, of course, we streamed that, boy, 2 years ago now? Holy cow. That one is also really good. Dune 2000 is fantastic, and it's kind of... It was almost a trope of a FPS at that, or not FPS, RTS at that point, but it was... let me check something. Look at my settings here in this capture. Sure that the... There we go. I'm nitpicky, and it's just like, it gets over the top on like getting that perfect video capture and everything, but it's important to me. I think that's right. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Okay. You get to pick where to go, and that changes your mission, actually. In this case here now, it's just a direct mission. But in other selections, you get to pick where you go, and that changes the map you're on. So there's a lot of replayability here. You can play different maps. And of course, the endless skirmish and everything. But
it's time to bring you up to speed on Nod, so you know what you're
I don't get that far, so...
This is Kane.
Yeah.
The self-appointed leader.
That's weird.
Of
I
the
don't remember
Brotherhood
playing
of
it, but
Nod.
still, yeah, it was hard to avoid...
Stand by, I'll link us up.
I'll look this up.
Condition critical. No one had this speech bottled up.
It was hard to avoid Command & Conquer. It was a juggernaut for a while there with, I mean, Special Red Alert coming out. That was a huge hit, I believe. I mean, it really put them on the map, and it's sad that it kind of disappeared eventually. But again, it was just a saturated market. They tried to make RTSs happen again. There's a new one coming out, not a Command & Conquer game, but a very similar in style, extremely similar. Oh no! They attack the base, and that's what happens. You gotta go back on the same map here now, and
Building.
But we're gonna build a crap load of minigunners here. And they even have a little jukebox. So I think, yeah, so you can pick which music to play, but we're gonna let it just play now. This soundtrack just always was so pumping, and they have ones that are like slow and like steady for building and whatever, but it's a very driving soundtrack. Again, I love that industrial rock. And really, I was thinking they of course post very different things, if you will, engineers. We can capture other buildings that way. How many power? That's what making this take so long to build. They might send us a construction yard, I don't remember. But I played both. I was a huge RTS fanboy for a while there, and I would buy almost every RTS that came out for a while. And then eventually I stopped when I realized they were all just kind of samey.
Reinforcements have arrived.
There's the MCV. Okay, thank you. Oh, really? What can it build? Mobile construction vehicle is the base for your base. The basis for your base. We need to get power, because otherwise the building the units takes a long time. Long time to build that too. But I'm a big fan of the way that you fight with GDI is that you usually build a huge overwhelming force and then just steamroll your opponents. And that's satisfying because you build a base, you protect it, get it up to speed and everything, and then you steamroll your opponent, and that's what made it satisfying for me. Pretty cut and dry when it comes to playing as GDI, no doubt, but that was fun.
Building.
Try and capture some buildings here, because when we do that, we get command of the building. We can just conquer that commanding. Keep cranking out units. So if you've seen me play other RTSs, I mean, it's of course very familiar here. But this was the first archetype of an RTS that I feel. I mean, again, Warcraft 2 came out at the same time, but... You can, but I'm pretty much know this map, so you can send a scout to size them up, of course, like you mentioned there. So what you'll find out, I'm terrible at strategy for RTSs. I'm not saying I'm good at them, I say I enjoy playing them, which is common for many of my games, but I know this game, but I'm good at it. Take care of that guy. Capture some units here. Send some reinforcements up. Cranking out units. No, sorry, no lava on this one. A secret level with dinosaurs on it, I think. There's I bought like a toolkit that came with a level editor and some extra like cheats you can enable to get dinosaurs, I think. Create some protection down here too. So rock paper scissors is that machine gunners can do a lot of damage to infantry and stuff, but rockets do more damage to vehicles, of course. The AI is not great.
Building captured. Our base is under attack.
Yeah, I know it's under attack.
Building.
Try and get in here.
Unit ready.
Take that MCV or construction yard.
Not building captured. Building.
And now we can build.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
That's fine. I'm not really doing a good job here paying attention. That's the thing with RTS is, good evening. It gets a little hectic towards the end there.
Building. Not building captured.
There, I got some extra cash.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Now we can set where they come out so I can build units here.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Building.
Trying to attack my silo? That's okay, I guess. The AI is not good. I mean, in this game, this is early days of RTS, and
Building.
the AI is not great.
Unit ready. Building. Unit lost.
Whoops.
Reporting out. Yes, sir.
Poor soldier just hanging out there by himself.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes. Moving out. Reporting. Affirmative.
They can't... Yeah, pathfinding is horrible in this game. There's a known cheat where you can build sandbags all the way to the enemy base and win that way. It's, of course, incredibly cheap, but hey, whatever works, right?
Building. Not building captured.
Win. Prevail.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Reporting. Moving out.
When you start building turrets and towers, I think it's easier because then you can defend your base easier.
Affirmative.
And capture that too, because why not?
Waiting. Yeah.
Build
Not
civilian.
building captured.
Sadly, they don't explode when you click on them, so...
Affirmative.
Building. Unit ready.
Waiting. Moving out. Ready and waiting.
Okay.
Ready and waiting.
Bring the civilian with us. And again, it's early days with the AI and everything, so... Zoe. But it is just... God, the music and I almost struggle for words in the sense of how... As far as, like, tangible how good this game was, because it combined so many things. The music, the graphics, those CGI sequences. Oh,
Reinforcements
scatter.
have arrived.
There's a button you can press to scatter. Otherwise, you get run over by that. You press X on your keyboard, then they will scatter. Otherwise, a heavy vehicle will absolutely squish soldiers. So, a treaded or... yeah, I think it... Well, no. I don't know that it's CD audio. I think it's streaming the... No, I think it's audio files. The expansion pack's audio is on the CD... as CD tracks. I don't think the music... I could be wrong. I think they're like MPQ files or something like that. Or some... Maybe that... No, that's StarCraft or Warcraft. I think it's a compressed audio format or something. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could take this disc and pop it in an audio player or a CD player and listen to it. You can with the expansion pack, the Covert Operations. That one has CD audio directly on it. Much more gloomy soundtrack. And it's unfortunate because Red Alert as well has... right, they sure did. The Red Alert game has fantastic soundtrack as well, the same industrial rock. Then when I went to Iberian Sun, which was a much delayed game, and we streamed that as well, the music is really moody, and like it fits the future, like, gloomy and environment, but it lost that, like, edge.
Great shot. Return to base immediately.
Return to base immediately. Everything Zoe. And yeah, being able to pick where you go and seeing the map. I don't know. I can't think of another game that was as polished as this to me. Yes, you had, yeah, exactly. Red Alert 2 kind of re-brought that kind of rocking soundtrack and everything. Can't really pick where to go now, but here we go. I can't remember when this is set, but I think we're past that now when this game is set, because it was made in 95. I think it's set in the mid-2000s, or is it 2010s maybe? The far future.
I know I promised more deep background on Kane and Nod, but there'll be time for that later. Carter says you hit the ground fighting. Nice job. Now we need that.
Yeah,
again.
sadly this guy passed away not long ago, so...
Somewhere in this section is a Nod base. It's protected against
And
airstrikes by Nod
again,
SAM
it's
sites.
you know,
Knock them
we have a
out
lot
so
of
Colonel
different like
Morelli can
RTS
provide
games
air
now
support.
that have been
That should make it easier for you
with
to
different
take out the
variety.
base.
You've had your
I'll be out of the loop
you know,
for a couple
MOBAs,
of
of course,
days
that
for
kind of spawn
exhibit
from
time
that,
at the UN.
but also a lot of like
Don't let me
tactical
down.
RTSs that don't have you build a base, and I'm not as fan of those. I really enjoy the feeling of resource gathering and building a base and whatever, and there's plenty of those games, of course, but country-wise, I'm not sure. I didn't look that detailed, but I don't know what they used to make all these animation stuff, because that was clearly just a
New construction.
new construction options.
Building.
Now we get grenadiers, which are powerful, but they also hurt your own units when they start lobbing those freaking grenades everywhere, which is a bit of a challenge. We should not assault the main base yet. Oops. The idea here is to knock out the SAM site so that airstrikes can take care of the base.
New construction.
I have many, many times done the thing of like just trying to brute force my way to win here. But for those unfamiliar with the story as well, it's set in a not too distant future, which at this point I think is the past, based on the year it was released. Don't walk on the keyboard, don't turn off screen. And the mysterious comet or a mysterious asteroid or whatever has landed on Earth that contained a strange substance called tiberium that grows really fast. And it absorbs all the nutrients from the soil and makes it very rich to harvest. But of course it's wrecking the planet and it's considered to be poisonous as well. So generally not a good stuff, so.
Construction complete.
Yeah, that was their whole thing, right? And I think they said that the
Building.
Red Alert becomes a prequel showing what happened then with Command & Conquer. Or maybe it's set in a completely different universe. Again, another universe, I don't know. There's some shenanigans going on there. Got to focus fire here, because we're getting a lot of units coming down faster now.
Actions. Building.
Don't think there's any medic in this game at all. There's a rocket launcher dude. And it's retrofitted. You can see in some of the sequences, like the main lead here, the main bad guy, Kane, which is also the director of the FMV sequences, which is pretty cool. He appears in Red Alert, then basically showing that, you know, he was time traveling, or he lived that long, and I think that becomes revealed later on that, you know, he's some alien or something. It gets muddy when you get to Command & Conquer 4. Oh, Command & Conquer 4 was the last game, but I never even played it. It was pretty universally panned as a loss of what make the series great in the first place, so.
Building.
Build a radar, but we need another power plant first, I think.
Unit ready. Building.
We need more grenadiers, but we're gonna have two different squads here, because the grenadiers are very powerful, but they also lob those grenades with impunity, and if you're in the way, you're gonna have a bad time and just explode.
Building.
We don't have to worry too much about our base layout yet. We can't really turtle or build any walls or turrets or anything yet, so we don't have any choke points, so it doesn't really matter.
Building.
Trying to find the SAM sites here. Yeah, you don't want to walk into Tiberium. A soldier will die if you do that, so. You can use grenades, but you can also just shoot the bullets until it blows up, right? That's how it works. Chip away at that concrete there.
Building. Unit ready.
Yeah, I believe so. Like you can see, it has a... I think what they do, yeah, they do basically a full 3D render, and then they scale it down to basically fit on the, fit in the game here, right?
Building. Construction complete. Unit ready.
Radar. Radar.
Unit lost.
That's fine.
Building.
Build up a few squads here of soldiers. There's no unit limit that I think. You can build a ton of units.
Building.
Compared to, say, the farm-based games where you have to, like, you know, build farms to sustain your population. There's none of that here.
Building.
There's more grenadiers.
Unit ready. Building.
Ready and waiting.
Can't repair yet. You get a repair pad later in the game, I believe, that lets you repair your units. So
Ready.
Roger.
yeah, the soldiers, but all the buildings, I'm pretty sure they were 3D rendered and then downscaled, and the unit, the vehicles as well. Fairly sure.
Ready and waiting. Acknowledge.
Especially if you look at the renders and stuff like that from the pre-launch renders and whatnot.
Building.
Reporting. Roger.
Unit ready. Building.
I learned my lesson that you should not go out and assault things before you know what's going on. So we might just send out some foot soldiers to explore here.
Roger.
Sure, there's a SAM site right up there somewhere.
Moving out.
And to me, that this was running in DOS, where I was used to not seeing very... I mean, not that I would call this high res, of course, it's running in the standard DOS mode. But
Building.
it was just so cool.
Yes. Moving out.
It felt like a grown-up game, if that makes sense. Like, it didn't feel like a kid game or anything. Because, I mean, it deals with war and whatnot, right? So,
You got it.
not that other games don't do that as well, but it was just... There we go. I think there's the SAM site up there.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Roger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm sure they're doing... but the basis of it is
Building.
definitely
Affirmative.
rendered.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Roger. Reporting.
Fight. Win. Play. Yeah, it's super cringe. I don't have the audio on because they're extremely cringy. I mean, it's just a...
Building.
It is what it is. It's kind of a back padding thing for the industry, right? But it's cool that there is that kind of stuff. Oh, Vanilla Ice plays a character. Okay. I'm not going to sit there and watch it. So yeah, I'm playing this on a CRT, of course, for those that are familiar with that. It is just right on a CRT. Gotta have the CRT.
Ready and waiting. Roger.
I like to leave some units here for protection.
Reporting. Roger.
These guys are going to run up and take care of that SAM site there.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Ready and waiting.
That's great music.
Reporting. Affirmative. Moving out.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Moving out.
I think I should have a little support, sir. No, go Scout. You're good.
Moving out. Reporting. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Whoops.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Knowledge.
Oh, those are rocket launcher dudes. They're going to
Moving out. Reporting.
make pretty quick work out of my...
Unit
these guys here.
Waiting
They like literally sit there and wait.
Unit knowledge. Yes, sir.
Unit acknowledged.
Knowledge. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the Grenadiers are really powerful against just about everything, so... Fantastic. You got the 5 extra, that's the one that's the one to get. I mean, it's amazing from what I've heard. I would love to have one just for the sake of the retro usability.
Building.
Always hard to justify the cost. I mean, it is probably the best scaler on the market right now. As far as, like, retro games go.
Building.
Let's slap up a silo, because I hate running out of...
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
Reporting.
one up here somewhere.
Moving out.
Wow.
Building.
Flying through it, so... Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's expensive, but it is a good scaler. Can you guys hit those guys there? Oh yeah, grenades hit them really hard.
Reporting. Yes.
Building.
Pumping on some more units. Siberian field here. That's not going to be good for you guy there, but it's alright. I think we're trying to find another SAM site here.
Ready.
Once you do that, you get unlock airstrikes, I believe, which should soften up the base a lot. You can do a brute force assault on the base, but it's not advisable. There we go. There it goes. Doesn't look like there's anything down here. Music is so great. And it is like, it's one of those things like, would I love to see another Command & Conquer game that's like this? Yeah, but it's like, I don't think they can do anything new at this point. And if they do something too new, like Command & Conquer 4, which got rid of the bases and had like these crawlers, and it was just universally panned, I believe. They just tried to do something too different. I don't know how you can reiterate on this format except just making new games of the same type, right? Command & Conquer 3 was kind of the resurgence of that series. It was a good game, and then never managed to play through it. I played through several campaigns, not the whole way. But it's outplayed at this point. Like, RTSs have morphed and changed, so I'm a little curious to see. I wish I could remember the name, but there's one coming out that looks extremely Command & Conquer-like. That's coming out pretty soon, I believe, so.
Moving out.
I just don't remember the name of it. In the meantime, we have our retro classics, of course. I have not played The Long Dark. I think I've heard of it, though, but... Oh. Iniboka, welcome. We're rocking out to Command & Conquer 1 here right now. The poor little guy is running up the scout there.
Yes, sir. Knowledge. Yes, sir. Moving out. Waiting orders. Moving out.
Gonna find all our SAM sites here. Oh, he's not gonna win that. Nope.
Building.
Sure, I have some more reinforcements here. I'm gonna need them. Like, the AI walks right through.
Building.
Right through Tiberium, even though it's bad for them, right? So, they're not SMRT.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Moving out. Reporting. Moving out.
Getting there.
Unit ready.
Got it.
I count away from my birthdays now because I'm so old now.
Ready and waiting. Yes,
So, a little joke for you there. I'm going to lose my Humvees because the rockets just do so much damage to them.
not a problem. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Oh, you just learned about Diablo 4? That's a little bit all over the place, so. Yeah, that's different from the era that, you know, you might have played or grown up in. So I was right in the prime age for this when it came out. Aha, I understood that reference.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Out. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Not a problem.
The AI will often do this. It will hide soldiers behind trees, too, to kind of be a little surprised. Now, it's not going to do much damage when you have one little dude like that, but... Also, the Fog of War is permanent, so when you open up the Fog of War, you don't have to... it doesn't shrink again, like in many other games like Warcraft and those.
Reporting. Roger. Moving out.
There's a lot of game news coming out now. One thing I noticed here watching some of this stuff, and I'm not on top of a lot of new games, of course,
Affirmative.
is how many first-person shooters with a gun and a special power, like some sort of assault rifle and like throwing special powers. Like, there's so many of those, and I guess it's just that's really in now. But they look cool, but boy, there's a lot of them. Maybe that's just my layman's observation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, we found the base, so we're gonna back away from that.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
This will wreck us, but I think I should set up a soldier up here.
Reporting.
Probably a SAM site up there somewhere. You go explore there, you'll be fine.
Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
You go check out here.
Reporting.
I'm huffing and puffing up there. Before you can get any
Building.
vehicles. Yeah, I know, that's the thing. And I'm sure other people feel that way too. I work with some people that, you know, have been around for a long time in the gaming and all that stuff. And, you know, they remember games earlier than for me, and yeah, I'll remember like, oh yeah, I played that as a kid, and they're like, oh my god, you know. Can you win against this guy?
Unit ready.
Oh yeah. See, they're very weak too. machine gun fire. There might be one up here somewhere. I think there's one here. In that case, we'll send up a new squad up to that side.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
A guy up here still.
Building.
Yep, there's the SAM site right there.
Moving out. Ready and wait. Moving out.
Unit ready.
Our group 3 here. Let's can't probably toss from there, but we're gonna try and go up here. Yep, thumbs up if you're in your 40s.
Building.
It will happen to you. It's funny because my brother is 10 years older than I am. Hi, if you're watching this. But
Unit ready.
I always like lorded over him that he was so much older and that helped me deal with things. But now it doesn't. There's not a SAM site right there. Okay.
You got it.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Not a problem. Acknowledged. Roger.
We're gonna take that out too there.
Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You gotta watch out for the grenades now because they really hurt your own guys, so they keep throwing them.
Unit lost.
Oops, that's not what I want to do. I think it's over here.
Yes, sir. You got it.
I'm gonna back off here a little bit. Maybe not.
Waiting order.
Alright, take out that SAM site right there.
Building.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
I
Unit
can't get up
ready.
there. Okay.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Building. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Yep, that guy lost it. But then once you discovered something, that's harsh.
Awaiting
There we go. Alright, now we can go take care of that one up there.
affirmative.
Building.
Keep building some units.
Reporting.
Send some reinforcements up here.
Unit ready.
See, I believe we'll get, once we take out the SAM sites, we'll get a little air support and we can start weakening up that base a little bit and knock it out. Because if you just rush right in, they will have a field day, basically. I'm making the best out of it playing old classics like Command and Conquer. What I'm finding myself is I'm putting more and more machines together. I'm finding myself running out of things like that. Floppy drive connector cables, ribbon cables, stuff like that. Like I don't have as many as I used to because I've used all of them and I don't get any new ones, right? Like I might be collecting here and there, but I'm going to. There's a recycling shop in town here that. Oh, the jerk, he ran off. I'm a mechanical man. You guys go take that guy out.
Unit lost.
Okay, now I'll take care of that. That turret has a long range.
Not a problem.
Building.
They crawl like that to lower their profile and take less damage, so that does help.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
It's just I've never really sought them out right, but then yeah, over time now,
Unit lost.
those I ran out of them. A lot of the kind of just basic cables, the CD audio internal cable, that kind of stuff. Less and less of it. Airstrike ready.
Select target.
Blow that thing away. Now we got a little A-10 warthogs coming in here.
Building.
That will help soften up this base a lot since I don't have any heavy units to really take care of it.
Unit ready.
Where they come from, but there it is. Yay. Is that it? Alright, well we may have to just bite the bullet here. Yeah, that's true. You get that kind of stuff, and that's what I've been missing. He's up here. Because that's the thing, I used to have this boatload of cables, but then I've been building a lot of things and having to rummage through, and I've been trying to, like, I was clearing out stuff I'll never use. Seagulls, they just take anything they get a hold of, right? Haha. I think I'll have to brute force my way to take care of these cannons, but the airstrike did almost nothing to it. Oh, mechanical.
Ready and waiting. Roger.
Alpha team.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I think I'm going to go to that recycling store because they have a lot of the stuff. They have a cable room, basically, where you can just go in and just rummage through and buy pretty cheap. No random amount of cables, whatever. Mostly, the, printer cables and USB and whatever. They have tons of them. So I'm going to go in there, rummage through, and see what they have for old internal connector cables, because you can probably buy them really cheap there, because that's just stuff they have laying around. Okay, we're going to keep building reinforcements.
Reporting. Affirmative.
We're going to join up these squads here, and we're going to assault that
Waiting order.
Unit ready.
turret here.
Reporting. Moving out.
Building.
Reporting.
Unit ready.
Use. No, they sometimes have some retro stuff, but usually it was like a Model F for like $120. Like they know what it's worth, and they probably sell on eBay. I've asked the guy that runs it before, like, hey, do you have any, like, retro machines or pension class machines or anything like that? And he's like, he kind of hemmed and hawed about it. So I think they probably resell those. I don't know that they, have anything like that. They might have some rare stuff occasionally, but they charge accordingly for it, so. Gotta wait for my airstrike maybe here now. Otherwise they're gonna be really squishy. Evening Game Tech, or Dermot. Maybe I'll build another barracks so we can crank out soldiers faster. This is too slow.
Ready.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
The airstrike is unsurprisingly very effective against infantry, so that's what I'm kind of waiting for. I think this speeds up our production. Yeah, speed. 2 barracks.
Unit ready. Building.
Alright, let's go for broke here now. We're gonna take care of that. I wish I could zoom out here. You guys knock out some of those.
Unit lost.
I think what we might do is pull back here now.
Lost.
Not a problem. Waiting order.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Because, yeah, these just mincemeat us here now.
Not a problem. Reporting.
Just want to knock out that turret. There we go.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yeah, we're losing a lot of
Yes, sir.
Building.
dudes here now. There. Now I can at least
Building. Unit ready.
force
Building.
here. Yeah, they're building much faster now. I should have done this sooner.
Unit ready. Building.
Ready and waiting.
Waiting for the airstrike to come up here again, so.
Unit ready.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have a lot of systems. I'm starting to,
Building.
look
Lost.
at what I can do to kind of clear out some of the duplicates, that makes sense. Because
Lost.
I need to clear out some space. It's just taking too much space now.
Building.
I'm not getting a storage unit. I'm trying to limit myself artificially
Unit ready.
on space. So keep the stuff I really care about or the stuff I need for the channel or none of my use.
Yes, sir.
We attack the harvester.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Building. Unit lost.
Ready. Roger.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yeah, the grenadiers
Affirmative.
kill my own dudes here.
Lost.
Oh! I think this always happens when I do this level. Just
Unit lost.
look at it, grenadiers just blowing off my own guys.
Building.
I know, it's happened too. I got rid of 4 CRTs
Lost.
a few weeks ago. That was tough. Could have waited with that airstrike, I guess.
Unit lost. Building. Unit lost. Unit
It's
lost.
fine.
Unit ready. Unit
So that's the problem with having grenadiers mixed in, because they just blow up your own people.
unit lost.
Yeah, my own grenadier there just nuked the...
Yes, sir.
They don't seem to really care where they throw. I think I might split them up.
Unit ready.
Moving out. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Reporting.
Unit lost.
You usually never get a good efficiency on this level. I should have waited for the airstrike to be available there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Grenades do really good damage, but they're arguably a little worse than the rockets, because the rockets do less damage, but they're not quite as splash damage heavy. I think they would check their fire a little bit, but now they just spit out grenades.
Reporting. Waiting order. Reporting. Ready and
We're going to keep building up our army here now until we can use the airstrike again to soften up their defenses a little more.
reporting. Affirmative.
It's a long recharge time, too.
Yes, sir.
Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
Yeah, I tend to build...
Unit ready. Building.
tend to build, like, you know, the
Unit ready. Building.
whole systems because I enjoy using them, if that makes sense, so I can have them.
Building.
I don't want my grenadiers to do anything right now.
Unit ready. Building.
Need a lot more foot soldiers.
Unit ready.
Moving out.
We need to get in and destroy their, need to destroy their Hand of Nod, which was producing the, soldiers. They got a lot of them. What cash? That's the thing, too. Once you get down to that point, the fact that the Mister can cover so much, or emulation, or whatever it might be, you know, you have a lot of options there. You don't have to keep
Airstrike ready.
one hardware per thing available anymore, if that makes sense. All right. Who's going to run in the scout? Not directly, but similar, you know, the range, if you will, in a sense. Yeah, it doesn't support a 2 to 6 directly, but you can play plenty of games that would be 2 to 6 class. There we go.
Target.
Go blow that up. There we go. That took care of that problem a little bit there. Okay. Now we're going to control this here. This guy survived. He's just standing there. Hey, Stuart, welcome. These guys are going to just focus on buildings, and we're going to try and machine gun down everyone else.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
I want those guys just to go for the building. These guys are going to cover. We're going to micromanage this a little here now because it's just not...
Unit lost.
It's not working so well what I was doing before. Yeah, they do a lot of damage. No, not there. Take care of that one.
Unit ready.
Once you blow up their construction yard, they're kind of SOL. They can't build anything new, so... Yeah, I should have done this in the beginning. This is a lot better to micromanage it like this. Harvester's going to come out here now. That's going to be bad, too. You guys take care of that. Yep. And Grenadiers, their splash damage is so high. Oh, we lost a lot of men, but I have wave after wave, or just wave after wave of men at your disposal.
Reporting. You got it. Ready and waiting. Moving out.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Moving out. Reporting.
Ah,
Waiting.
stop grenading everyone. The AI is not great.
Lost.
Moving out.
Unit lost. Building.
So the efficiency on this one won't be nearly as good, but that's alright.
Unit ready.
We won, right? Almost. Now, this is an old school game in the sense you have to basically make sure you clear the map, so... Yeah, I do need to play. I never play through the remastered, but it is just... Ugh. As far as like pixel artistry, I mentioned, saw Dermot, you were mentioning that too, and it is just fantastic too. It's very crisp in that sense. I'm not sure how it is on the capture, but I tried to do the correct like aspiration for DOS and linear upscaling, and then area upscaling to fit on the screen, and a whole bunch of stuff to make it sharp. So yeah, it's extremely moody and dark and fantastic. Industrial rock, I think, is the biggest thing that it goes for. Was that it? We gotta find some random dude standing around. Okay. Sometimes you gotta play Hunt the Soldier. I thought this was so cool, like, cause I mean, this is the Warthog, right? And it was based on real military hardware, so it looks really cool. Be able to see this. That's not how it went down, guys. Yeah, that minigun on there is nothing to joke about. But here they just drop bombs, I guess. But that's not how it went down, if I recall. America. I did, like, I think many young children of that era idolized that aircraft too. I mean, it was idolized a lot, so... I don't think they have any replacement for it, right? Because who's going to invest in a, like, anti-ground platform like that? It's just a flying tank. I mean, it's super slow. It's just a... I think they said, like, it's just basically carrying that freaking minigun there. And I think it slows down the plane quite a bit when it fires. And it can't shoot very long, but whatever it hits is gone. I mean, it's like it just shreds it, just with pure force, so... Yeah, but what does an F-35 would that cost? The price difference for an A-10, keeping an A-10 flying with new avionics and stuff like that, so... And that's the thing, too, with missiles and robots and stuff that they use. Sorry, they say robot in Swedish, so that's why I say that, but... With missiles and long distance, like Tomahawks and whatnot. So I guess we'll go over here and cut them off there, Poland. I'm partially F-18, I think, just from the games that I played younger and stuff.
Sanctioned by the United Nations, the Global Defense Initiative has one goal: eliminate multinational terrorism in an effort to preserve freedom.
The good guys versus the bad guys. It's pretty cut and dry in this game, but it's still enjoyable.
The Brotherhood of Nod,
I believe that.
ancient and secret society, maintains strong ties with most
Of course, we have the
global
F-16 and the
organizations.
Strike Commander that we played. Blue Portal. So yeah, this guy is the guy who directed
Commanded by
all the
this
video
man,
sequences
known
too.
only as
I can't remember his
Cain,
name, but
God's long-term goals are unknown.
Cain lives.
However, recent
It's unkillable
activities
apparently. So
include expansionary behavior into disenfranchised nations, high-volume investment.
yeah, I
in
think
global
that with
trade
the whole thing with the
markets,
A-10, right? It's a
aggressive
slow flying plane
manipulation
that just
of
can
international
just
mass media.
take care of everything on the ground. So. I never messed with After Effects, but there's a local air and space museum close to where I live, and they actually have an SR-71 hanging in the entryway, and it's really cool. I was like geeking out on it and telling my kids about it, and they're like, "Oh, cool! Can we go see another plane?" Yeah, the metal, the titanium didn't expand until it was flying the heat and everything. It's pretty crazy how that was engineered so far back before computers and everything. This is where they're talking about the Tiberium is not that good for you, so...
The end result of this unique leaching process creates the formation of Tiberium crystals, rich in precious metals and available for collection with a minimum of mining expense.
I just remember poring over these CGI sequences like, oh, this is so cool.
Delta Sierra Echo to Commander, approaching our next objective. We're just crossing the Belarus border, and we've got a problem. Nod ambushed one of our convoys and made off with a good supply of activated pellet rods. Sounds harmless, right? Well,
Awesome.
those rods are
That's really
step one
cool.
in slapping together a nuclear device. We gotta get him back. Shepard's still offline, so we're acting without confirmation, but I'm betting that this is too important to wait. Take a small force into the Naughty camp and get those rods back before their birds can pick them up. The rods were packed in transport crates. I doubt Nod's had time to transfer them, but who knows? Keep your eyes open. Give him hell.
Like the Batman Forever when he's like, can barely move in that suit. This might be one of those covert ones, I think, where we get a commando to do it, and the commando is just ridiculous. I mean, most of these games like that are like this. They, yeah, you just get a unit set here. So we're gonna save on this one. This one I wouldn't surprise if I have to replay because I don't remember. That's true. Should have kept that on. You can put your units in here, but unfortunately that also makes them... Trying to just... These jerks are moving. Yeah. I'll run them over here. And grenadiers are just gonna blow up my own people. Okay, so we're gonna control the grenadiers separately here because this is not working. So, close. Can't select one. Okay, so. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it on the first try here. I've had these kind of missions, I always just get screwed over or go to the wrong place or whatever. Yeah, that's right. Now I need to put these guys in here because otherwise they'll take a lot of damage from the Tiberium. Yeah, the AI pathfinding is just terrible. Like now it's stuck there. Get in the tank. Alright, Sucre, thanks for stopping by. See you later. Hey, William. Yeah, music is fantastic. Composer Frank Koplacki, look him up. He has made really good music on his own too, but then composed many video games, so. There we go. So, yes, I played Commandos a little bit. I'm just terrible at it, and I think that's what kept me from playing it more. It's hard. I think the game is pretty hard, so... Run him over. Gotcha. Go this way. And it's like they're just introducing the APC so you can get used to it, right? Run him over. Not even gonna take my dudes out. Did I forget a vehicle or did it blow up? Yeah, it blew up. I think it's this way. I haven't looked at it, but yeah, we'll see if this is the right way or not. I just don't remember. Oh, there's a dude hiding there. Yeah, I play, I mean, I haven't played Zargon or those kind of games, so older ones. I do play that sometimes, but I think I tend to focus on the newer games, if that makes sense, because not newer per se, but this is the era that was, like, dear to me from a perspective of, what I played or enjoyed back in the day, so... Oh, we're gonna run those guys over. Faster than... Yeah, the APCs are really powerful for this purpose because they're pretty quick. They can squish people pretty fast too, so... Oh, Motorhead was great. There's a guy back there.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Moving out. Moving out.
Oh. That APC have to evacuate it here now.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
If it blows up, I think they all take damage.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Yes, Roger.
This might be the right way, but I don't know for sure.
Affirmative.
I love Motorhead.
Reporting. You've got
It's still one of my favorite games to play on a Voodoo-related card. It's just the graphics and, you know, the color, like great color lighting.
Waiting order. Unit yes,
Oh, cheese it! I don't want my grenadiers to...
Affirmative. Affirmative.
The enemy will actually run right in there, too. I think they know it. I guess so. They have more Steam Decks to give up. 1,000 lot of seconds left for the next one.
Yes, affirmative.
So yeah, I'm not sure if this is the right way. I think it is, but we'll find out.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was a good card. I have one, I think, or maybe it's a 4 series.
Affirmative. You got it.
But, oh, tanks. Tanks a lot.
Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
I'm not sure if I should be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't think I should be here. I think I went to the wrong place.
Got it. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Oh, there it is. Wow, that did not end well. Well, it's up to you, guy. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hmm. Oh, I have an APC
Unit
left.
reporting. Moving out.
Oh, they just sent a new reinforcement. Did they take pity on me? Can I make a break for that crate up there? I don't know if that's what I'm after. I think they might have sent pity, took pity on me, just sent more units. See, I like to build base levels, and then you just win that way. These, like, sneaky ones where you have to find the way. Now, this way you have to know where to go. You're very unlikely to just beat it on the first try. I mean, sure you can, but I think they just gave me a pity APC. Ain't that's it? Anyone win the Steam Deck? No? Give me my point. YOLO!
Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. 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 Moving out.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Mission accomplished.
There you go. I guess that was the box I needed to get, so I kind of just winged it.
War-torn Bialystok. Once a happy farming town for peace-loving peasants. Today,
It might have been.
slaughterhouse.
There's a lot of
Yet one more casualty in the
borrowing in
insane
this game in
GDI
general, I
assault
think, as
against
far as pop
mankind.
culture goes, so...
Yet another in a series of villages wiped off the earth by the Global Defense Initiative and its misguided leader, General Mark Shepard. And what crime did Bialystok commit to warrant said carnage? Sources indicate that GDI terrorists were convinced that this simple hamlet was involved in the manufacture and shipping of Tiberium.
Yo.
Will this madness end? Only
Yeah,
when
now
General
there's, of course, a
Shepard
smear
and his
campaign
vision
against
of
the
one
GDI,
world
and that
order
does
stop.
work. because the CGI effects are so convincing that no one can see the difference. I think there's a legendary section here.
Excellent. Now, do it again in French and German. I want 300 copies made and sent to every TV station in Europe. We have the satellite for another 10 minutes. Is that camera still running?
Oh, you got no, I actually have, there we go. I do have Underkilling Moon and Overseer. I do not, I have not played Pandora Directed, so I have only played Underkilling Moon, really, back then. Great shot. Return to base immediately. So now GDI is pushed back because they're losing their funding, because everyone thinks they were the bad guys. We're still advanced, though. Hey, Nod, stop that. Yeah, we're gonna cut them off. Save Denmark up there. Yeah, those monitors did look pretty cool. So now, I think... Yeah, he's in hot.
It's a lie, all of it. GDI wouldn't slaughter children.
But would you, though?
Was Bialystok a Tiberium center?
Isn't this another incident of GDI reacting to incorrect information?
Any comment?
Should GDI funding be cut?
Ooh, clever nod. Yeah, so now everything is severed. I always thought this was super cool, too. It looks so nice and... I don't know, there's a flair to this game that a lot of other games didn't go for. I think that's what's just really cool. So you, the commander now, are trying to connect back to GDI network and not successfully doing so. Not looking good. Ooh, Vegas. Yes, we all know that that's what decrypting looks like. Go back to Battlefield 1. Actually, I'm working on a video on it, but I did build the TV pewter or whatever and having a good time with that, playing Steam games. I can't believe it took me this long to realize that between the Steam Deck and my main PC, how much I play on Steam, and being able to play that on a TV as well just fine. It's pretty cool. I'm playing The Ascent, which is a top-down cyberpunk style twin-stick shooter, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I'm playing it on the Steam Deck, and I can go then play it on my TV pewter easily too. So suspended all GDI funding, pending outcome. Oh man, I needed that funding. At least the Vegas uplink is open.
forces severely damaged GDI base in your area. Critical shortage of weapons and manpower. Find GDI base and return it to operational status.
You have to fix the base and then would launch an attack. So this is a good one, I think. It's like one of those missions I do like because you have to build the base a lot. Oh no! It's hard to make out now almost, but I mean this was fantastic cutscenes and CGI for the era. I'm gonna leave you listen to that music for a second. I have to the restroom. I'll be right back. This music never gets old. I don't know what it is, but having to find a beer on my way too. Funny when that happens. Cheers. Yeah, okay. And these are the core missions that I mentioned earlier. Now we have tanks. Thanks very much. See what I did there. You guys are going to be my number 2 people here. And everyone else. Those grenadiers just do so much damage to my own dudes. Alright, thanks for stopping by. See you later. Cap, too. And that's the thing, too, with this game, I did remember playing it quite a bit, but it does get a little samey after a while, because, I mean, you're just kind of going through the... Oh, yeah, we're not doing the same thing. It can get pretty samey pretty fast. And the AI is just so bad. They mix it up a little bit with some of those different missions there, but in general, you're doing the same thing like this here. The tanks, sorry, there's always the tanks don't do a lot of damage to infantry, so that's the weakness of the rock paper scissor thing going on. They're actually quite ineffective against tanks. Rocket launchers are very effective against armored units. Whoa.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
The Grenadiers, again, are very effective, but yeah, they're friendly fire bonanza.
Yes, sir.
I think there's a base back here somewhere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Unit reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Oh, for Pete's sake, those are gonna get...
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the Grenadiers are so effective, but just... Boy, they wreck around dudes. Okay, so wait, what's gonna be? There we go.
Yes, sir. You got it.
Yeah, I mean, I spent so many hours playing this game. Good evening, Sargon.
Moving out. Reporting.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by live.
Sir, roger.
That's the thing, too. I just forget that there's a lot of people. Hi, everyone that watches this later. There's a lot of people that do watch, that do get a couple hundred views at least on Power First, on the VODs or the replays of these here. So it's also when people can make it live, too, of course. And I'm always the people watch anyway that works for them, of course. That's my thing, so...
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Now I can actually build some stuff. I do not have a mobile construction vehicle, so I can't build any new buildings yet.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
They might send one later, I don't remember.
Moving out. Moving out.
But there we go, now we have enough power to fix these things up here.
Building.
Build the Humvee.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Let's see.
Waiting order. You got it. Reporting. You got it.
I feel like I almost, not necessarily fanatical, but I certainly have a deep love for the RTS genre as a whole. Sound like other people were playing, you know, things like Warcraft, especially during the era that this came out. What is everyone's RTSs? Which ones do you like, if you have played any? I have a very soft spot for Command & Conquer series in general. And Christopher? Compared to the Warcraft. Now, I play Warcraft 1, 2, not 1 that much. Played 2 all the way through. Played a ton of 3 as well. Which, of course, are really good games. But nothing really... There's that. I feel bad because I stream here like I'm in the U.S. Central time zone. So that determines kind of when I stream based on my day-to-day life and my kids and all that stuff, so... Yeah, it is a little difficult, and we did stream it a while back, and what I think we noticed there when we did that, or I noticed, was that there's a lot of the creature comforts that are in other RTSs that weren't there. Yeah, I forgot, but we should stream that too. Age of Empires 2 is amazing. That is really good. I really should, yeah, focus more on... I want to collect more of the RTSs. That is really a genre I just love so much.
Building.
Building.
Unit ready.
Unit ready.
Building.
Problem with the Humvees and stuff, they don't do much damage on armored vehicles. So if you send a ton of them, StarCraft is really, really good.
Yes, sir.
Also one of my favorites. And there goes that. Unexpected. I can build something here.
Construction complete.
Ouch. Humvee almost isn't worth it from a... Because it costs 400, you can get 4 minigunners almost. These things take so much damage. That's funny, I never really played Warcraft 1, even though I have the big box for it now. Played the demo back then. But I haven't played the game through or done very far, because it felt very clunky to me. Warcraft 2 streamlined that a lot, so... That's a pretty funny name, unless Steam Deck owner. Touche. Oh, Godspeed, Milf Hunter. What do you think of streaming there, Solar, for next week? I kick myself because I keep doing random stuff all the time, of course. I've done a few sequel streams with the same game, of course, but I like the randomness, I guess. You never know what I'm going to stream. I never know what I'm going to stream, which is well, funny for me, so... what's my objective here? Destroy all Nod units. That's correct. Same as it's, we only had one left in that 6-pack, so that's what I grabbed and I looked in the fridge. I'm like, why not?
Acknowledged.
Sadly, only one. Cheers indeed.
Building.
Building.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
PlayStation Core, I haven't tested in a while now too, but it's incredibly solid. It's turning into like one of the best cores on the system. It's just the amount of development that's gone into that to perfect it at this point is pretty incredible.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
With my grenadiers in the back here.
Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Moving out.
Building.
Spitting out minigunners because we'll need them.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
The APC is strong, but it also costs a lot. Yeah, it is really, really stable at this point. There's been so much development. Robert, or is it FPG, Ass or whatever, has spent so much time perfecting it at this point. It is incredibly stable. Enhancements, bug fixes. I mean, he has just done a fantastic job developing that. I think at this point, he's really like finding features and things you never know you wanted or needed. So.
Building.
Reporting. Roger.
Let me slow into crawler now since I can't. That's right. That I did see that Star Fox EX. I haven't tried it either, but it's like a huge expansion of Star Fox as an improvement of the game in general. So it's awesome when we get stuff like that.
Vehicle reporting out.
I only have 2 tanks and I can't repair them. Neat.
Building. Unit ready.
I feel like I need like a strong grouping of minigunners and then some grenadiers following up the rear so that I can take care of building stuff. And that's him dropping off units, I think. So they build tanks. Tanks a lot. Never gets old. Yeah, that seems weird. It feels like that would be weird. Did they rewrite the... I haven't looked up in that...
Unit ready. Building.
I haven't looked up that version. Is it like the Star Fox EX? Is it like completely from ground up?
Unit ready. Building.
Or is it still just a ROM hack? I mean, I don't know how to describe what I'm saying, but I assume it was just a modification of the existing one, so... Or like, enhanced even better. And it runs on original hardware as well, or is it all just...
Unit ready.
Yeah, that's the thing too, because I look at it, when I look at like, hey, I want to buy a ODE for the Saturn. Okay, cool. Or I can wait for the Saturn core to be ready, or I can buy an ODE for the PlayStation. But a Mister is not that much more expensive and plays everything. So my next Mister purchase will be, because I have the one, I really want to buy a permanent one for my CRT TV, so I can use that for you know, playing stuff there. It's a console replacement, basically, for all those systems, so... There we go. Get a bit of an army going here now. Great. Terrific. I repair my tanks. Can't yet, so... Okay. Nice. Software emulation's gotten so good too. It's just... I don't on the FPGA bandwagon a lot. But software emulation's really gotten really good. It's fun. I enjoy it, mostly because of everyone here coming to hang out, of course. I mean, I streamed with 0 people way back, too, but it's more fun with people here. Not cool. Pathfinding is atrocious. Some more Humvees, some more Grenadiers, and I think we're ready to go. Yeah, that's the thing. It is a steep entry for it. I love mine mostly because of the flexibility and all the things you can do with it. There are just so many things that it supports. It's a great one to have in your tool set, if you will, and it replaces a lot of things for me, especially here with the setup here with the PCs, retro PCs. My Mister can stream on the PVM I have here and everything, but it's just such a multi-use device. But that doesn't change the fact that it's expensive to begin with. And unfortunately, the D10 Nano board is already reduced in price from Terrasec, owned by Intel, for engineering purposes, so or for student use. So it's unfortunately expensive, but I don't think it's going to go down in price either. But it's steep. The same thing with RetroTink A5X there that Solar has bought, which is also amazing. I know, Dermot, you have one too. It's still $300. It is a little adjacent to that. Yeah, let's just say that. Moving out. Now we're going to build up a complement of minigunners, and then I think we're going to try and move up, so... yeah, and I mean, I think that you can buy them direct from Terrasec, actually, the D10 Nano, but you're still going to pay, I mean, expect probably close to $250 for just the board itself, and then you need the potential accessories and the memory and stuff like that. It is a proposition of, you know, $300 to $400 for any level of equipment for it, which is expensive, but for me, you look at it, an example, like, besides it doing so many different things and supporting, if you like 16-bit or 8-bit consoles or computers, it's super good. But then the fact that it does PS1 as well now, and then eventually, hopefully, Saturn, which is progressing as well. Any ODE or flashcard solution for any of those things adds up fast. Especially looking at behind me here, I have a CRT TV, and I got like 12 different consoles set up, original hardware, all of them. And if I start modding them or replacing them or putting flashcards in, that gets expensive real fast. So, yeah, we actually streamed that a year and a half, 2 years ago almost now. Jeez. Yeah. Goodness. We streamed the 46 or AO 486 core on it, and it was pretty good. At the time, it was still a little rough. I think it's better now. Yeah. Yeah, the cool thing, too, with the Mister, of course, this doesn't sound like an evangelist here now for the Mister, but is that you get flawless picture quality out, too. And it is very close to the real experience. I did order the Snacks adapter, which lets you use the original controllers on it through adapters. So you can use an NES controller. Spoiler alert, I'm working potentially on a new Mr. video soon. The Mr. video I made is still one of my most popular videos. It by far gets one of the most views still on a running basis, so I should revisit the Mr. for sure. Because I like the device, but... Learn the hard way, too. It's better to build a bigger army than it is to, you know, send in a few units and get steamrolled back. Oh, mechanical man. Oh, hi. How's it going? Good place to park. Yeah, the AI is so-so. The one thing I do really enjoy with the Mister is that, so you get a Pi, which is, of course, an amazing device as well, and do the Retro Pi setup. And you do that, and trying to get that on a CRT is perfectly possible, but there's a lot of considerations and things to mess with. The Mister is actually really simple for that stuff. You set the configuration options, and bam, you have crystal clear, like, crystal clear video on a PVM, a regular CRT. There's even cores now that if you composite or S-video out, you know, you get all those things pretty cheaply too. And there's surprisingly little mucking around with the device. I'm gonna get those dudes not to wreck my guys. I wish I could build another harvester or another refinery. Yeah, that one's really good, because there's a lot of games like that that you can play and enjoy. Now, you can do this with emulator too, but it works really well. So, the, yeah, those Super S-Video Core custom ones, they work great. I tried it, and it works fantastic. And you don't really need anything except a couple of adapters. And then the custom core, so I'm hoping those, yeah, those get folded into main eventually. And it just never stops growing. That's what's cool about it. It's got that early, you know, everyone's excited about it, developing for it, and it's a fantastic device now. But that does not change just the price of getting into one. It is what it is. But if you were to look at like an ODE solution for any of your consoles, you're over 100 easily right there. So, and it goes up from there. So, take that for what you will. But I greatly enjoy the device.
Building.
Full 2 compliments of minigunner, or for
Unit ready.
Grenadiers. Take my minigunner guys here.
Building.
One Humvee, maybe a few more minigunners. I probably need some minigunners here left too. They can come from the other side. I really wish I could build some defenses, but I can't yet. Once you can do that, that's when these games are for me opening up, because I like turtling in a base, making it nice and stable, and then sending off. So right now, if I take all my units and leave, they're of course going to be, the space is going to be exposed, so.
Building.
So I may have to wait for one more cycle of the
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
harvester here.
Reporting. Moving out.
Building.
Folding.
Yes, sir.
And that's the thing. I love original hardware too. Yeah, this is not a fast game. I mean, there's other RTSs that are much faster in the movement and everything. This is not a fast RTS. It takes a long time to move around, so it can feel sluggish at times even. But
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Roger.
these guys are holding down the fort.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
They're not throwing any pizza parties while we're gone.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Waiting orders.
Nice. Yeah, it is. And that's the thing, is like I have a hard time playing like StarCraft 2, things like that. They're just so fast paced that this is much slower, and that's what I enjoy.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
And the base is in here somewhere. Okay, stop pursuit. Do not pursue. Morons.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's true. There are other games that have different strategies like that. But yeah, I enjoy giving a little time to think. One game I say I was pleasantly surprised over. My kid recently beat the new Rabbids game that came out for
Yes, sir.
Switch, and it's really good. It takes the XCOM formula, which for those not familiar, there's a Mario vs. Mario plus Rabbids game on the Switch, and you know whatever Rabbids, right? It is a Mario XCOM, straight up. It uses the XCOM like tool set on how you do things, and it's surprisingly effective and really fun. And the second one, they improved it even more by adding. So normal XCOM, you know, you basically select like your move, go to a cover spot, whatever, and then you know, shoot. In the second game, it lets you free move within an area until you decide where you want your character to stand. And you can move around a ton, and that really innovated the XCOM formula, which has been, don't get me wrong, I like that too, but the whole like move with the grid and shoot gets stale after a while. It's the same thing. This was really clever and opened it up a lot, and the strategies open up from that, and I thought that was really, really smart. And it's a good improvement to the formula.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Oh, this is at the top of the map. Okay, so the base has to be down here.
Building.
Yes, sir. You got it. Vehicle reporting. Vehicle reporting. Moving out.
Pathfinding? What's that?
Unit reporting. Affirmative.
Yeah, they're working on the... Oh, no. Scatter.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Reporting.
Construction complete.
Take care of that harvester.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Reporting. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
You guys stay here. Let's get these tanks and stuff to harass that.
Not a problem.
Oh, they didn't like it messing with this harvester.
Waiting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wreck their economy.
Yes, sir.
I'm lasting longer not using the grenadiers here because they can just wreck something really fast, but they can wreck my guys too. Oh.
Reporting. Affirmative. Unit. Yes, sir.
They did not like me attacking their harvester.
Reporting. Unit report. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes,
The minigunner's just amount of fire. Oh my, that's...
yes, sir. Waiting. Unit
I don't think it's gonna go well.
Yes, sir. Not a problem. Yes, sir.
Gotta bring in the grenadiers.
Yes, sir.
Ah, squish, squish, squish.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
Why don't you guys go up and shoot those guys, and you guys take care of these down here?
Lots. Building.
Not a problem. Yes, sir. Vehicle report. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Reporting.
Ah, squish, squish, squish.
Unit lost.
Well, we've wrecked our economy, and I just need to get some more soldiers in here. It's getting money so slow. Well, yeah, there's that part. Yeah, back to your, so we're talking about the RTX 5X. I really want to do that or have it, but again, it's the price. And right now, what's happening here right now is that I'm rethinking how I do my studio, and I almost hate saying studio, but it sounds a little pretentious, but my filming space. I have almost like a blank slate to work with, and I'm trying to think of like where I want desks and stuff like that, and it's fun to mess with, but it's been overwhelming at times because, you know, it's my primary hobby, my retro things that I do. I build an APC and shuttle some dudes up. And I'd like to design like a better space for it. I just have a desk in the middle now that I film stuff on. I like to have something behind there. I want to have like a semi-permanent retro setup somewhere where I can have like a rotating, for my own enjoyment, retro PC. For example, like I can have a Mac setup there, like a, you know, Mac SE or something, or I can have a Pentium machine set up, or I can have a P3 setup, or whatever, rotating, so that I can have one spot to play on, because the streaming setup here is not super conducive for I'm just going to play and enjoy. As weird as that sounds, it's just not ergonomically, and I may have to rethink that too. That's like anything else with a project, is that once you try and do everything at once, it gets really overwhelming, so that's what I'm trying to decide now what to do. I think we took care of the primary thing for them here now. The infantry definitely took a hit here now, but they were quite effective. Well, they would all be dead if I used the grenadiers. They have a turret here? There it is. There's the turrets. I think we're gonna get the grenadiers out for this. They're gonna be able to take care of that a little easier. Oh my goodness, get in the frickin' thing. They don't take as much damage from cannon fire, and they do a lot of damage. So these are going to be our wrecking specialists here.
Yes, sir.
I think. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Stay on target.
Yes, sir.
These turrets are pretty brutal.
Waiting orders. Got it. Vehicle reporting.
Now go in.
Yes, sir.
There's that part.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Home Depot actually has, what else in the US, a Husky workbench that's like $200, which is solid birch, like a butcher block. That is a raceable thing, and that's been something I've eyed for a long time because it will let you.
Building.
I'm focusing now, but get in the APC. It is such a slow endeavor to load that.
Ready.
Vehicle reporting. Reporting. Yes, reporting. You've got it. Waiting. Unit. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
There goes my grenadiers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Waiting order.
I need like a medic in here.
Ready and waiting. Moving out. Unit reporting. Not a problem. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Got it.
Yeah, okay.
Unit reporting.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go just look at Home Depot Husky Workbench. Husky, Husky like a dog. And you'll find,
Yes, sir.
oh, there goes that guy. Philip? Oh, there we go.
Ready and waiting.
It's like, it is a manual one, but I've seen people use it for like a standing work from home desk, and it's actually really sturdy. So what appeals to me is that it has a full metal frame underneath, which of course would hold CRTs very well, and being able to raise and lower it will be very useful for camera angles. You know, if I want to get closer to the camera, I can raise the whole thing.
Yes, acknowledge.
Building.
Moving out.
Yeah, I love doing that with engineers and stuff. It was great. I think I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again, so you guys can deal with it and listen to it. You can't take the handle off? I was curious about that one. Oh, jeez, Louise.
Lost. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Right, ready and waiting. You got it. Waiting order. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Unit, yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Reporting.
Okay, we need to take care of that building right there. Stop spawning.
Unit
Reporting.
lost.
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting.
That jerk.
Yes, yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Unit.
Got a little saxophone solo going on here.
Yes,
Saxophone.
sir. Moving
Where's the
out.
construction yard? Let's knock that out, because that's the problem here now. No, that's a power plant.
Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
There's a runway. Where's the construction yard?
Affirmative.
Down there. Let's knock this out, too.
Building.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna take a long time to,
Moving out.
Yeah, that is pretty great when they know they're screwed.
Building. Building.
The, I was gonna say... Sorry for getting words. I'm trying to focus here now, but... Oh, they dropped the tank. Great.
Yes,
I need to knock that building out so I can actually
ready and waiting. Acknowledge.
take care of that vehicle.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
No, 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 no. Oh,
Construction complete. Unit lost.
it's gonna be bad for my troop morale here.
Unit lost.
Great, built a new hand of Nod.
Building.
We're down to the wire here now. Take out that construction yard.
Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Unit
You guys will be on patrol here
building.
to watch for new units coming out. Yep,
Vehicle reporting.
Unit ready.
it's up to you guys. So yeah, the thing I was gonna say for when I played this with a friend. We're playing during that null modem, whatever,
Unit ready.
and there we go.
Vehicle reporting.
Now let's take out this thing.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Not a problem. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Whoops.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry, just really trying to focus on the knocking that out. So we're playing multiplayer, and it's a map that's basically like he's on the top, he's not, and I'm GDI at the bottom.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Oh no, we're gonna send these guys on here.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
You guys are gonna run, run, run. Hey, sending in harvester now because oh, there's a tank there too. Neat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Waiting order. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think they're trying to chase down my poor dudes here.
Yes, sir. Roger.
Fortunes are on the way. Oh, come on. He's trying to chase me down.
Waiting order. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Waiting order. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Ah! That jerk. He's hunting too. You know, someone wrote code for that to do that. But yeah, he was not, and I was GD at the bottom. And what happened was it was a very choke point. It was like a top map, bottom map, and it was like an island thing in the middle, with just one bridge access. And that made it really difficult, right? I played GDI, and I kept building mammoth tanks, but they're super slow. So moving one over at a time. So what he did, he could turtle up really bad, so he built obelisks of light. Tons of them. Just tons and tons and tons. To the point where, like, I would need this ridiculous army to... There we go, finally. To get through there, right? So what happened then is that I realized that I would not be able to... Yeah, he still damages everyone else. Jeez, you go fight that thing over there by yourself. Reinforcements have arrived. So I realized I would need just an army of ridiculous proportions to get through there, because what happened is that Mammoth Tank would go over the bridge, and the obelisk of lights, like the 10 he had, would just zap it down before it could get crossed. Realizing that I was not going to get through there, I took a Chinook helicopter and I stuffed engineers and commandos in it, and you know where this is going already. And I flew up at the back of the base. Well, what happened was I sent all my Mammoth Tanks through, and they were going one at a time, and I kept zapping, and he really was wrecking them, you know. There was no way I was going to punch through. So then eventually I sent my Chinook in there in the back, and I took over his construction yard, and then I blew up several of his power plants, started selling them and stuff like that, and then his obelisk of light, of course, ran out of juice, and then it was all lost for him too. He's like, what? Usually that doesn't work, but I think he was so hyper-focused on building that extreme defense of obelisk of light, so... okay. Flexi-spot desks. I don't think I've heard of them. The appeal of the Husky desk is that it's so cheap. It's like a solid butcher block countertop thing with a full metal frame, raisable for $200. And that's the thing too. That's the so nice part. And I wouldn't use it as a standing desk, but just being able to raise and lower it for just utility purposes will be nice. We got through this one eventually.
Unit ready.
Grenadier, you stay in the back there. We're on timeout. I don't think you're gonna fix that. Alright, does he have more units hidden? He does. This can be an exercise in frustration, because sometimes they all have like one unit standing behind a tree or something. Literally. And that can take a long time to find. So I'm gonna just have to send out dudes a little bit here and there, but without radar it's kinda annoying. Sometimes you can spot a little red dot too on the map, but send some Humvees everywhere. Assume they're down here somewhere. Could be a SAM site somewhere too. I can see someone there. Enemy structure, really?
Construction complete.
Okay, Dolphers, you do have it then? Yeah, that's the thing too. With I don't need electronics in that sense. I wouldn't use it for my own ergonomic purposes, which is where the Huskies is interesting, because being able to have something that's super sturdy, because it literally you can make like it has huge metal frame as an underpinning, and it's meant for as a workbench. So that's what makes it appealing, and also for the price. I think it's hard to beat a solid butcher block. I think it's rubber coated or something to make it like pretty strong. Yeah, it's the SAM site right there. Now let's play Who Makes It Across the Bridge. The contestants are... Yeah, it's true. They do have ones that don't race too, but the raceable and lowering seems like a good deal, so...
Yes, sir.
Go shoot that thing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I'm gonna scope out the rest of it too, see if there's anything more.
Yes, sir. Unit reporting.
And the tank AI, or the movement AI, will basically play cat and mouse or dance around until they figure out where the hell it wants to go. Yeah, and I mean, that's meant for a workbench, I think, so... it's important. Because, I mean, what I have here, this desk here that I have is one of those IKEA countertops with just legs. And that's worked great, so... Alright, thanks for stopping by, Christian. See you later. Why are you repairing that?
Airstrike ready.
Thanks. Airstrike available. I should have knocked the SAM sites out, I guess.
Mission accomplished.
So, let's try even. Wow. It's symbolical. You get it? It's an eagle. Catching a scorpion. Someone spent a long time animating that, too. Whoops. Alright, thanks so much, Mike Boy. Gone from Command & Conquer and retro games to talking about desks. And the missions take longer and longer. Some of these take a long time, so... Apologize if I sound a little stuffy, too. I've been nursing a little bit of a cold there for a while, too. Yeah, they re-released Myst, like... I mean, it's gotta be, like you said, how many versions are there? Uh-oh. That's a lot of Myst. Okay. We're coming from this side here now. We fought hard to protect Czech Republic.
Commander, Carter here. It's absolutely essential that you get this infantry commando across the ground.
Yeah, we're gonna. This is a commando mission. Solo dude, but he's interesting because he has a sniper rifle and can shoot everyone in one hit, and then he can blow up a building in one hit too. So he's very lethal. Let me just see this one. And they recycle some of these and use them in the same because I mean it's the same thing, right? So. It's a scream 90s. I love the 90s.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah, we have our one guy. We're gonna save. What's our mission objective here? Destroy this so that the base is incapacitated. Get in, hit it, and get out. Yep, they blank out. I wonder what they mean. Yo!
You got it. I'm on it.
Yeah, this guy will one-shot most infantry, or pretty much all infantry, and then he can blow up anything by touching it.
You got it. Real tough guy. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it.
I'm on it. Yeah, no problem.
That was left. No problem.
New problem. Take out these two while we're at it.
No problem. You got it. I've got a present for you. I'm on it.
Double time.
I'm on it.
I think you can double click to make them stand up again. And when they lay down, it's because they get fired upon.
You got tough guy. No problem.
Commando can be extremely powerful. I think all Command & Conquer games have had some unit like this. You know, I was going to stream that at some point too. I suppose it would be a good follow-up to this, huh? I have only played that a little bit. I never owned it back then. I don't know why. I was just off that at the time. I do have just a loose CD of it or a jewel case, so I certainly can play that at some point.
Reinforcements have arrived.
That's right, now I get a Chinook that I can actually...
You got it. No problem.
I think. Yeah, there we go. So I can transport him.
Keep him coming. Yeah.
You gonna land here? No?
I'm on it. Yo, I'm on it.
Find your way.
Yes, sir.
And the cool thing with Renegade is you play as one of these commandos, and it uses, I mean, you see the same buildings and everything in first person. The first person shooter, you play as the commando, and it's pretty cut and dry, I think, from the perspective of what it is, but it's really cool that you can see all the buildings and everything. I feel like I should go up here. I'll fly this guy over here for now. You don't want to run into any vehicles with this guy. He cannot do much damage at all to tanks or buggies and stuff like that, so you want to avoid that if you can.
I'm on it. I'm on it. You got it. I'm on it.
These missions can be a bit of a... They can be fun, they can be a bit of a drag, too.
No problem.
Yeah, and we don't get that far into the music. What we can do is go further down in the list here. There aren't that many of them, so...
I'm on it.
Yeah, isn't there a Renegade X one? I think it's like a fan remake, if that makes sense.
No problem.
I'm not sure how far that's gotten, but it was promising, so... Yeah, there you go, Renegade X.
You got it.
I have never played it. I just saw it, and it seemed like it was ambitious, but I'm not sure for how they got in it, so...
I'm on it. No
Oh, you're getting shot there. Phew. Far away? Okay, I thought you could shoot it from here, but I guess not. There we go. And I had a lot of fun with the... I have a CD that came with like a whole bunch of extra stuff for Warcraft 2 and Command & Conquer. It's like a toolkit. I bought everything like that in the beginning before, you know, it became so ridiculous. There were so many of them. But in the beginning, I bought everything for that. And that one had a whole bunch of extra levels. There's just people that, you know, they went online, grabbed everything they could, put it on a CD, and resold it. So it had a level editor in there for Command & Conquer, and a whole bunch of extra stuff. Extra levels. Oop, I don't want to get hit by that guy. I'm gonna fly over here now and pick that guy up. Flying, fool. I might save again here now. Not a fan of these missions too much, but I do break the monotony a little bit. So yeah, that's true. Some obscure thing that was on some BBS somewhere or whatever that's never found again. Oh, you're gonna get out of here. Just shoot those guys.
No problem. I'm on it. I'm on it. Guy.
There we go. We're gonna go up this area here. Affirmative. It's hard to know with these missions because, like, you really need to know the map, and that's what you learn by playing it and failing. And I can't say that I have, no. No, don't come up here. Oh, he stopped, okay. Good, so that was probably the right thing to do, because I could bypass that guy. He would have shot me up pretty bad there.
You keep him coming. That was left-handed.
That was left-handed.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Cocky
Yes,
bastard,
sir.
too.
I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it.
At least his view is pretty wide compared to the foot soldiers, which is ridiculous. Oh, interesting. I did not know that either. What kind of cards we're talking about?
No problem.
I don't really know where I'm going right now, so I'm just kind of exploring.
No problem.
This feels like the right place somehow. Bring my helicopter with me. Huh. I'll be darned.
I'm on it.
Where's the base? Can I see into it? There's a SAM site right there. on the wall. That's unfortunate. Because I will get shot down rapidly if I do that. Does it come from the south then, I'm guessing? I could just, you know, wing it and try and land before I get shot down, too. There is that option, but that's pretty risky. Yeah, let's save and try it. You can take a few hits in a Chinook before it goes down, so...
Yes, sir. I'm on it.
I'm on it. I just play this game so much. I just, again, love the presentation. See if we can get there before we get shot down. Waiting for some chop. Blammo, blammo. Land, 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 land. Okay, we're landing. Woo.
No problem. No problem. I'm got a present for you. Keep them coming. You got it. No problem.
Whew. There are no attack dogs in this one, like in Red Alert, where the commando can really get wrecked pretty quickly.
I'm on it.
There's a radar station I think we need to blow up. Whoops, those are flamethrowers.
I'm on it. Keep them coming.
But our commando is very effective against infantry, so... Not against tanks, though. Oh. Book it!
I'm on it. I've got a present for you. I've got a present for you.
Oh, wow. Oh. We died in line of duty. I cannot believe that triggered the game accomplishment screen there. But that was what I need to blow up, apparently. And, yeah. I think that mission you can approach different ways, but that was Saved by the Bell, literally. You took a lot of damage there at the end. What happens is usually when you blow up a building, little soldiers come out, because they were the people manning the station. And they hit him pretty bad there. But we made it. First try, even.
Great shot. Return to base immediately.
Return to base immediately. I'm amazed that worked. While he died to save his country there. Or country, the world, obviously, because they're red and they're bad, so. Well, I guess we're going here. Republic. Build stuff now. Interesting enough, in the...
Was there confusion with that last directive? We wanted you to take everything out, but Nod's still there. We can supply you with full force now, but it's imperative that this mission be completed. Wipe out Nod presence using all available forces.
And one guy.
And FYI, institute maximum care when transporting captured Tiberium. It seems to display negative effects on some individuals. Out.
Like, wasn't that clear? Should have cleared it out. You give me one guy, give me an army, we'll take care of it. We got orcas now, maybe?
Reinforcements have arrived.
Great, I got 3 guys now.
Reinforcements have arrived.
People, please. Where's my MCD?
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh, flamethrower guys. They're incredibly effective against infantry, so... Oh, and give me some more dudes here.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Gotta send all those people first.
Reinforcements have arrived.
My golly. I remember this one being this tough. Establishing a beachhead, I guess. Just send more people. Feels like AoE all over again. We played Age of Empires, the first one. And I've forgotten how ridiculously hard that game was. At least for my skill level. Ooh. Okay, established a beachhead now. Can I get my MCV or no?
Reinforcements have arrived.
There it is. Oh, where's my Tiberium? Not here. I'll have to build a little closer to the... There it is. I'm gonna build up here, maybe. You want to be semi-close to resource right down the dry so far. There's when you play multiplayer as well, you can get random crate pickups, and the crate pickup can have a random item in it or vehicle. And if you lose everything, there's a fairly high chance that you actually get. Good point. Probably a lake or something. Don't worry about it.
Construction complete.
There's a fairly high chance you get a. I'm forgetting words. A MCV in the crate, which can actually prolong you. If you have nothing left, you can get an MCV in a crate that can give you a chance to build a base again, and it can turn around the game actually, and it makes it pretty fun. It depends on how long you want to play too, because if you're just want to be done, that can drag out a game even more. So there's that part, but it's always fun when you have a chance to come back. Yeah. Here, just walk through this Tiberium. You'll be fine.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Yeah, to take damage in Tiberium fields. Well, this is damaging our precious Tiberium.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Ah, bazooka people. That's better. Kill my own people as much. Oh, really?
Unit ready. Building.
Vehicle reporting.
We need some
Unit ready.
more Tiberium here pretty soon.
Moving out. Unit moving out.
Building.
Ah, guard tower. There we go. Finally.
Moving out. Unit reporting.
Yeah, definitely some more Tiberium here soon.
Ready. Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes.
Unit ready.
Yes, moving out. Reporting.
Busy place here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Reporting.
I trust my grenadiers here. It's a little hard to build the pillar box things before I have sandbags, so I can build and extend the base and stuff. So, all right, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that RT 4K is gonna be really cool too. But thanks for stopping by. Have a good one, and good luck if your stream happens. Let's see. Waiting for radar.
Building.
Some more riflemen.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, acknowledged.
This field is not very large. I'm scouting a new one
Ready.
pretty soon.
Yes,
Construction
acknowledged.
complete.
Yeah, radar is pretty nice.
Building.
And more power.
Building.
Need more powder, Captain.
Moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Awaiting orders. Ready and waiting.
You are scout.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Whoops.
Acknowledged. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving
I need to get my war factory up so I can start building some tanks, because it's armored units coming around here. Fight, win, prevail.
Construction complete.
The natural pivot to selling a product.
Unit lost.
They can't build this very far away, which is a problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Building.
I gotta get a weapon factory up.
Unit lost. Unit
Blow that
lost.
tank out, my goodness.
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice. I love the PSP. I spent so much time playing on that. Wife and I both got them on launch, basically, and just spent endless hour playing Luminous.
Building.
Yeah, we need some base defenses for my goodness.
On hold. Cancel. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Now you're the scout. If I can put sandbags further out, but I don't have them at all, which is unfortunate, because I can only build it like that.
Building. Building.
Get one more turret up just so I have some emergency base defense. Because then I would put choke points here, right? So cannot do that yet. I'm building out a refinery, but I don't think I have enough resources in this field here for that to work.
Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Reporting. Ready and wait.
I'm pretty good health right now. I'm gonna drain that field there very soon, so. And our harvester's gonna go on a pretty dangerous excursion out somewhere else to find resources. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Revenant. See you later. Don't forget to buy my water bottle. You guys got any resources in here? Sometimes the villages will have crates as well. Not often, but they will. If I remember right. Scoping out the area. Don't see any other additional fields yet. Which is a problem. There's not a lot of resources there. I need more resources. Uniton? Yeah, those are really good too. Well, I guess your 2D card are great, great picture quality and everything. So this one, yeah, does have the S3 Verge. I do have a. Whoops, that's a base. Hello. Go the other way. The Millenniums are great image quality. I do have I think a Matrox Millennium 1. Yeah, that's the thing. Hey, you just attacking the civilian house? The S3 Verge is hard to beat when it gets to compatibility, for sure. But the Matroxes are just glorious in their image quality, so they make great pairs with the Voodoos. And one of the Pentium class machines I have as well that I haven't revisited actually had the Millennium in it, so. Walk in range of the pillar box. He said, don't walk into Tiberium though. You walk in range of this guy. Any day now. There we go. You use mounted machine gun. It's super effective.
Our base is under attack. Construction complete. New construction options.
Thanks. Very effective. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I've heard good thing about Zen cards. I don't think I've even used one myself, really. So I can't speak to it on how good or not it is, but Tiberium is starting to become a real concern on this map here. So I'm like out of money completely.
Roger.
That's a problem. I haven't found another field yet at all. Oh, hi. Pardon me. I'm just gonna turn away. Oh, feel like that, man. So, I'm gonna build a Humvee when the harvester comes back in, so I can scout a little faster. Because I do need to find another source of income here.
Building.
If I'm gonna make it out of this here, there's a base up there. Because this is all the money you get in this one. That's a tough one. I don't think there's any... That was difficulty. I don't think there was, so... I would assume so, yeah. It's hard for...
Yes, sir.
There's wrecking that town, alright. Looking at DOS video card and the S3, yeah, the line there is so compatible with everything. It's probably the standard as far as I'm concerned for the, you know, standard DOS card. But I haven't tested that many either. I know a lot of people that, excuse me, that tried a lot of different cards, which one works best, but... Crate here with any money? No. See, I am out of Tiberium now. I have no more resources, which is going to make this very challenging. So they probably have lots of Tiberium. Any more at all. We'll see if our harvester finds more as it drives around. Sometimes it auto detects where the other stuff is, but if you leave it long enough, it will regrow. Well, it has to have a source, but the same stuff will grow if you leave it in one spot, but it's not going to grow out of nowhere. So that's a bit of a challenge. Don't flame me, bro. Ow. Jeez Louise. There's another field up here, okay. We'll have to claim this as our own. I need more reinforcements to do so. Oh, can I kill one? Up to you now. But I think we can claim this using just these dudes here.
Building.
That's a long way to drive, unfortunately, to get resources, but that'll have to do.
Unit ready.
I think our harvester already knows, and it's already on the way, so... Gonna die from Tiberium exposure. Can you shoot him? There you go. Alright, good. That's what we needed. We had to secure more resources, otherwise we're screwed here, so... But it's going to take a long time for harvester here. I'm going to have to build a second harvester so I can get resources faster.
Acknowledged.
That is a flamethrower guy.
Ready and waiting. Moving out. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Trying to run him over.
Moving out. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There we go.
Out. Moving out.
Problem solved.
Reporting. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out.
But yeah, I should definitely have another harvester to have some rotation going, because that's really far away. I can't build anything closer there either. If I had sandbags, I could build a sandbag path up there and then drop a refinery up here. But I don't have that option yet, so sounds silly, but it does work. Looks like that reduced the volume of attacks here at least. Mechanical man. So if we get a good economy going, then that should make it easier. Oh, there's a couple dudes up there too. Standing in the Tiberium?
Yes, sir.
That's a choice. They Rocketeers.
Yes, sir.
So they're gonna just die from the exposure, I think. I think you move through it to take damage, but I also think you take damage just standing there eventually.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Start building that harvester. At least then it can be kind of a shuttle traffic going back and forth. Like any other RTS that has base building, the economy is really important to keep your... Well, you can't build anything if you have no money coming in, so... Then we might be in business here.
I'm a mechanical man.
Maybe I'll send one guy in there to bait him out. They walk over that and they're gonna take a lot of damage. I could repair. There's a repair pad you get later on, but I clearly don't have it yet, so... They are just locked in there, huh? That was clearly the point of those.
Construction complete.
Not taking any damage, though. Yeah, they wouldn't budge, so that's pretty funny. Alright, that's rocket. I don't want my harvester to get attacked here, so we don't have a choice. I would love to build some turrets up here, but without the sandbag method, I can't get that far up, so... But I have to control the space here, because this is, of course, where my harvester is going to be, so... Don't wreck the Tiberium! There we go. I'll probably have to get some APCs or Humvees up there to protect the harvester, or at least take care of those dudes that walk past here, because it's clear the like you can tell the enemy always has their base, and they have like kind of like a beeline to your base. So that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna keep flooding people here. So I really wish I could put some turrets up there, but would have to build Tiberium silos, which I could sell after the fact, so I might just do that. It sounds silly, but it would work. I would love some turrets up here. Question if that's worth the money, or just build units instead. At least I can repair towers, versus I can't repair vehicles, so... Yeah, it would be super expensive. I think that each... In this game, a lot of other these RTSs lets you build like almost one square beyond where you are. And I'm pretty sure Command & Conquer 1 has to be directly connected, so...
Yes, sir. Waiting order. Reporting. Affirmative.
I'll wait for those guys to come back. So, seen any good movies lately? Waiting for those guys to drive around. Oh, I mentioned earlier too that I am looking to not necessarily shed collection stuff, but it's just I don't want it to be overwhelming in the amount of stuff I have. And I have a few local people that might take some stuff and things like that. And I got a very generous donation from another local person not long ago, which kind of prompted almost like a shuffling of my collection in the sense that I have too much of the same, if that makes sense. I don't think I've seen that. I'm kind of out of date on movies. I end up watching streaming because it's just kind of what I have time with. Of just watching shows, I think. I don't fall behind on movies. There's some sweet Tiberium cash. Yep, there's a Rocketeer coming.
Building.
Oh, where's C? That's right, I've seen the commercials for that, and I wondered how good that was. It seems good. He's really gonna walk up there and park there and die in the process. Nope. So he literally is gonna go up and park there. Okay, that's what they do then. Fine, we'll send a couple Humvees up to take care of that problem.
Unit reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
I know, you're waiting patiently. I wonder if I should build another refinery. That would really speed up the production.
Yes, sir.
But that would cost a lot too.
Construction complete.
Unit reporting. Moving out.
That way I have 3 harvesters, but that's an overkill. Question if this field is large enough to support that. I guess so.
Moving out. Unit reporting. Affirmative.
There's a lot of rehashing. I'm really enjoying Andor so far, the Disney Plus Star Wars show. Now it's getting a little ridiculous. There's so many shows about Star Wars now, where like, you know, well, what if this thing and this thing that you've never seen? But Andor so far is actually pulling me in a little bit. I'm not that far in, but.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Maybe I will build another refinery. Low on board power. It will take a long time to do that, but it's going to be really slow here too.
Construction complete.
$2,000. That's a lot too.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
That's true. Yeah, I started watching Stranger Things. I know a lot of people really loved it, so I don't want to speak all on the show or anything, but it feels very, you know, nostalgia factor there is what's driving it. Like, it's really cool they went all in on the 80s stuff. But beyond that veneer layer, I did not get hooked on the premise, I guess, as much as I thought I would, but really a good show. I mean, it's very popular, and basically funded Netflix there for a while, I think. Yeah, it's always true watching the classics. I don't think I've seen that one. I'm woefully underwatched on a lot of the true classics, for sure. I will admit that, so. Interesting enough, because, I mean, when I was a kid, I think I mentioned before, my parents had a place that rented movies, and I could basically just grab any VHS tape I wanted for no charge. So I watched, of course, a lot of kids shows that way. But we watched movies a lot the same way, so.
Building.
We did keep up on a lot of that stuff. They're still killing things in this village, yeah? Oh my, they're coming this way now, huh? I can get those in range of my pillboxes there.
Reporting. Moving out. Yes, acknowledge. Moving out. Vehicle reporting.
Reckon that place helping me, I guess, but... Yeah, and I think what I find with shows, and a show I really love will be Lower Decks, the Star Trek one, because there's so many in-jokes and things they make fun of the Star Trek thing while still being canon. I think that's really funny. But these serious shows, what they suffer for me, it feels like, is they have to be a show. I didn't enjoy the Witcher show so far, at least the first season really well. But they stretch it out so much. There's so many pauses, because they have to fill an entire season. It's expensive, so I get it. But some of these shows feel like they never get out of their, like, establishing thing. It just takes forever to get going. And it is challenging. And then you watch, like, the Halo show, though, which is, like, started alright, then it just got weirder and weirder. It's hard to make TV shows, I don't doubt that. But yeah, there's a lot of rehashing going on, things like that, so... I don't know what I'm seeking. I have a good time watching. Like, the Andor show was good. I liked the Obi-Wan show. I do... But that's more like, I want to just watch and turn off my brain, so... I'm not looking for a deep connection, I suppose. Do you have enough money to build that? Come on. No. Lame. I gotta wait for now one more round. I don't think I can sell, right? No. I'll send 2 rocket dudes over all the time here. Again, the AI is not smart. It can be exploited quite easily in this game, no doubt. Once we have that 3rd harvester running, then we should speed up our money delivery considerably, I would hope. And that will give us enough to start building our army. For this one, I might just build vehicles, tanks, and these and whatnot. I don't think I necessarily need foot soldiers. Although they are effective in mass, of course. And the music does get a little samey. Again, the expansion pack, Covert Operations, does add, like, I wouldn't say another 10 tracks or so, but a lot of them are really moody and broody versus these rocky ones, so... Yeah, that is true. I do tend to watch a lot of YouTube entertainment, like, you know, your CinemaSins or City 11, of course, is a highlight. He just released a video on Quake 4, which I've only watched partially so far, but it's really funny. There's a lot of really good content on YouTube. Tons of good content. But we have all the streaming service because we have kids, so 3 children, and they all want to watch all the same stuff, so all different stuff, so. Already heading back. Give me my monies. After this, we'll start cranking out units. I think this has enough to support us, hopefully. We'll find out. Or if I overstretched with 2 refineries and 3 harvesters. The tanks and stuff are, of course, much more durable than the foot soldiers that just get knocked out so fast. If you do a mixture of APCs and Humvees and medium tanks, you have a lot more firepower, so...
Construction complete.
There we go. Now, harvest. Give me some cash.
Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Put another Humvee up there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out.
I don't know if there's any rhythm games. I mean, you have Crypto's Necrodancer, which is not RTS, of course, more an action-adventure, and then also the Zelda follow-up to that, or I wouldn't say sequel, but similar style.
Yes, sir.
In range.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
Freaking rocket troopers, man.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, once you get mechanized, or just tanks and stuff, it's going to speed up considerably as far as, like, making a push, because they won't die nearly as easily as the infantry, of course. Won't get wiped out in the same way. It would be great if I could repair them, but here we are.
Construction
We
complete.
should pretty much always have a almost a harvester coming in now. Yeah, it's fantastic. I highly recommend listening to the, you can find on YouTube too, the remastered soundtrack from the remastered collection, because that is really good. They re-recorded all of it from scratch. Sounds amazing. Definitely a favorite of mine, so.
Building.
Yes, sir.
One tank is 800, so we'll see if this field there is enough for me to push my advantage here now. Got a harvester coming in. Good. Good.
Yes, sir.
That one's full. This is more of like a melancholy, slow song, you know. Feels a bit of that dry. Excuse me. Out of money, come on. APC can handle a lot more damage, but it is also way more expensive. The guy just standing there. Yep. We're out of funding. But now we have 2 harvesters coming in at the same time.
Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir.
A like group of vehicles is going to be able to punch through a lot better than infantry can, so as it should be, I suppose. You can, of course, just drop in a whole bunch of rocket people too, but that's a lot of micromanagement to make sure that they don't explode or die.
Affirmative.
We have the next one coming in. That was the plan here, to basically have a harvester coming in all the time here now, which is looking pretty close to it. This one's going to take a while to get here now, but that is true. I'm not trying to do too much current military social commentary, I suppose, this near future game, and I don't know when, someone look it up, when Command & Conquer 1 when it's actually set. Because I don't know if they specify it, I guess, but it's intended to be like early 2000s, early 2010, 2020s or something.
Construction complete.
And most of it is, you know,
Building.
near future stuff.
Moving out.
You cannot set a default waypoint for them, to my knowledge, in this game. A lot of games will let you do that. You can spit out units and not have to worry about moving them. In this case, I don't think you can. This harvester should be filling up now. Good.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
We'll roll a group forward here.
Vehicle reporting. Awaiting moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Building.
Yeah, waiting for the next harvester. I think we're gonna I think we cycle through all the the music. I think what happens in the default game, it never goes to the one down here. Yeah, there's a bug, I think, where basically it does not go to the lower tracks by default. Pretty sure, because this is the out-of-box version. I forgot to patch it. So, ooh, yeah, that's a good one too. I think I played a demo of that one. Never played it very far, but there's a lot of really cool flight sims that work great on the Voodoo 1. It's kind of a little bit of a golden era. This track also is quite what I would call the banger. Couple more tanks maybe, and then we can press our advantage here, because we're running out of Tiberium again.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
If this assault fails, we're pretty much screwed. There's not enough cash to go around. Waiting orders. Oh, we got a lot of harvesters coming in here now soon, but I don't think we're gonna get much more than like, you know, 3 or 4 more full loads of Tiberium. Then we're pretty much out. So if it counts. I really should play the remaster version. It's funny now, like, you install a game on a modern computer, and usually it just plays. There's not much more to it. You can configure in settings and stuff, but in general, a game you buy on Steam or whatever is just going to play on your computer, and the amount of effort involved in getting some games to run back in the day is a little bit lost, I think. I'm not waxing poetic on having a hard time with a computer, but there was something else about finally getting a game to run. Now, thinking mostly of DOS, of course. Windows 95 or 98 as well, but the first time I managed to get a game in DOS that would not run because of insufficient memory, I felt so accomplished. Oh, they're back.
Construction complete.
Report. There we go. Yeah, I know. And the memory thing, I could not make heads or tails of it as a kid, because, like, what do you mean I don't have enough memory? Oops, did I? Oh. I reported a couple there. Yeah, Christopher. You gotta talk nice or you get reported. Offer incentives for all my viewers when they report each other. Creates a competitive spirit, I feel. How much Tiberium do we have left? A couple loads, maybe.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out.
Got a little police state there. I think now... Yeah, it just goes back to the top here. So you don't hear these tracks down here. Which this one reminds me more of a Dune 2 almost, but it's also a really good track. But it never auto mixes in the ones in the bottom there, so you miss out on like 5 tracks probably. And these are really good too. These are still doing the dance here on who's going to stand where.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Unit reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Yeah, we'll have to make a push for the base here soon. A little more Tiberium there. That's good. Alright, that's good. We can own or claim this field too. Even better if it's their field that I can wreck the harvester when it comes here. Dam site. Oh, we'll take care of that. Now we got tanks. I mean, it's got to do something, right? Yeah, it's just... All it takes is one person clicking, right? And then you're set. It's got to be something like that, because I can't imagine it's, like, actually effective. Keeps you sending individual units like that, alright. Kinda gonna let the tanks get in there, guys. Bless it. These turrets are pretty sturdy. Could we claim this area now? Getting somewhere. You can just walk around Tiberium until you... Yep. Catch on fire. You're fine. Walk it off, soldier. The bullets do, or the tank shots do very little damage on infantry, so...
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yeah, so it goes back to the first one again. Remember that bug. We got some really cool tracks at the bottom there we're not hearing.
Building.
Now we're getting a lot of cash at the same time. I don't want to waste any more cash on buying additional... yeah, they're pretty slow. They're really slow. I may need to split them out and have the tanks go first. Of course, they can take way more punishment, so... Let me build another APC. They're a lot sturdier than the Humvee, so... Got a turret up there. Lame. It is a little bit like that, isn't it? Pretty epic. Really wish I could repair, but oh well. Oops. Who lost my unit? Oh. That's the thing, too. I work in IT, and I mean, that's a constant struggle. It's like, you know, it doesn't take much. All it's just one person clicking that email, that's all it takes. So you think that, oh, why are they doing it? But yeah, there's always someone. Don't you wish your units could find paths like mine? No. Okay, time to wreck some wall. Punching through. What other reinforcements we have coming now? Yeah, it's taking a little longer now to get those harvesters all the way back there. Making a hole. Once we're in the base, that should help alleviate the issue a little bit here. This is not a very effective way to do this, but it clearly does work, so.
Yes, sir.
Nice. At least I don't have to worry about my grenadiers blowing my own units up, so that's nice.
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Take care of that jerk down there.
Moving out. Acknowledged.
It's, of course, the same base we were in a second ago.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Okay, let's wait for the tanks, maybe.
Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Try to loosen some units here. I have not seen any problems at all. I know someone else mentioned that too, and I want to say, I honestly don't remember. I think I have 80 in there. It sounds silly to say that, but it was one of those, like, it had that much RAM when I got it, and I haven't had any problems. And maybe I miscounted, but I'm pretty sure it has that, so. It was used as, like, a storage server thing from where I got it, or from the proxy person I got it from. Let's wreck this thing. But no problem so far. At least that I've noticed. Yep, losing some units now. Freaking rocket launcher dudes. All he's building too.
Building.
Rocket launcher dudes do a lot of damage. Eventually you get just tanks and they don't punch enough to take care of the basic units. Jeez, that's a lot of infantry.
Construction complete.
They at least are blowing up here, the flame dudes. And a lot more Humvees.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Looks like we're wrecking that at least. Tanks just don't do any damage on these guys. More Humvees. Alright, where's this construction yard? That's what we need to knock out here. For Pete's sake.
Construction complete. Building.
Where's your construction yard? I think I see it. Oh, it's an airstrip, but... More units coming. Where you going, dude?
Yes, sir. No. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Waiting orders. Acknowledged.
There. We had a hole.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Reinforcements up, alright. That blew up. Good. Some economy here for him. There's the construction yard. Okay, that's our next target. No. He rebuilt that jerk. Oops. I'm trying to focus here now. There's a lot of moving parts here now. I'm gonna wreck his economy here. You basically don't have enough. The Tiberium holding that you have in your silos and everything is what determines the cash you have. So once you wreck that,
Unit lost. Building.
I don't know if they ever did.
Unit lost.
Tank is hanging out over here, okay. Now, get that construction yard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Priority number 1.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Sending the dudes here too.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting.
Why not?
You got it. Got it.
You have to fight too.
Yes, sir.
Everybody fights, nobody quits.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Oh my goodness.
Acknowledge.
He's just tossing out so many soldiers.
Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Unit reporting. Moving out. Affirmative.
Rocket soldier, rocket soldier, rocket soldier.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we got infantry coming now, so.
Unit lost.
Unit reporting. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Once you wreck that thing, oh,
Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Unit reporting. Waiting order.
Unit lost.
yeah, now we just have
Building.
tank units.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir.
Boy, he's persistent.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wreck that thing at least.
Unit reporting. Yes, acknowledge.
Construction
Yes, sir.
complete. Building.
Yes,
Getting stressful. Keeping up with all this is always a problem with
reporting. Affirmative. Reporting.
Lost.
games like this.
Lost.
Waiting order.
Just burn themselves there.
Lost.
Vehicle, yes,
Construction
sir.
complete.
Ready and waiting. Got it.
There we go. Now we can't make any more units at least.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge.
Unit
Awaiting
lost.
order.
I know, I know.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Got it. Vehicle reporting.
Okay.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Now he can't build anything
Construction
more.
complete.
So, actually get some reinforcements here and slowly pick off his buildings. I'm hoping to destroy all the power plants so that his turrets have no juice. I'm not going to attack those directly.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
What's this war better than all the sultry jazz, too?
Yes, sir.
Building.
Yes, sir.
More APCs, please.
Moving out.
Or not APC, Humvee.
Unit reporting. Moving
The
out.
thing with this is, like, I have a win condition now, basically, but I have to clear out everything, or it doesn't count. And that's what some of these missions can take a long time to do that.
Yes, sir.
Nature of the beast, I guess. More modern RTSs will let you have a win pretty early on without having to clear out the map, like in this
Yes,
case here.
sir. Yes, sir.
But I don't know if you destroy the entire base in this mission before this one, if you have to do this one again. I don't know. Sure, there's a way to do it, but I'm just too bad with the commando.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Okay, let's care of all the power plants, so that way he has no juice to run his nefarious schemes. The idea being is you run out of power, you can't operate your stuff, so.
Yes, sir. Knowledge. Affirmative.
Building.
Some of these missions were really long, and I remember, like, you know, playing pretty aggressively day after day just to get further. Some of these take a long time. I think you would consider this lost now, but not yet. What, those tanks moving slow? I think this should be a turnout, but I don't know if those turrets have power still. If they do, they're going to be a pain to take care of. Well, at Harvester all we can. I can test it, I guess, by running out there. He shouldn't have any power to run them, though, I think. Yeah, when the Harvester AI goes bonkers, he just does this. It seems like a lot of the AI prioritizes going close to other units because they can splash damage, which is pretty clever, I suppose. Can I get airstrike if I blow up all the SAM sites, I guess? Nope, that turret is still active. What the hell? How? Oh, it's gonna be a slog to clear this.
Construction complete.
These freaking things are in the way. You guys deal with that. You attack that. You go over here.
Building. Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. Impact drills at 7 in the morning?
Yes, sir.
That sounds lovely. What a great way to wake up.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Wreck that thing.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Unit lost.
Oh my goodness.
Unit lost.
Hi, Zoe.
Building.
Build some grenadiers here now and make it like a little turret knockout task force. I can take care of that turret there.
Unit ready. Building.
AI doesn't understand. They're smart enough to go around. And they will shoot right through wall sections or blow them up, basically.
Unit ready.
Nope, you gotta wipe the map. This is a win for clearing out everything. So in this case here, you have to delete, or you have to destroy every single unit, every single building. There's no other win condition, which is annoying to say the least. Oh, a new tank arrived. Put it to good use.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Another harvester coming in, so it's taking its time there.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Yes, shoot that guy crawling away.
Yes, sir.
The worst part is you not only have to destroy all the buildings, but you have to really find all the units. So if it happens to be that one unit's behind a tree somewhere, you gotta find it. There's no way around. You gotta do everything. So that's one thing that's kind of annoying. Because like clearly the AI has a 0 win chance now, but I still have to clear out everything. The turret there is annoying me.
Building.
We're gonna grenade it.
Unit ready.
That's fine. Yeah, probably, eventually, I imagine we'll try and move out to an acreage too or something, just to have more space and get our own area. It's nice to have neighbors now, and the kids love it and everything. They... Wait, who are the baddies? Nothing here. No. Listen to that wailing guitar, at least.
Building. Unit ready.
You can check here. I don't think there's anything here, but I think there must be another SAM site somewhere because I don't have an airstrike yet. I think you get the airstrike automatically when the SAM site has been all taken care of. So let's check this out here. Go grenade that thing, and then we'll attack it at the same time. Probably another turret here, too. That would be a lot of nice space, yeah. I have a coworker, he said he had a friend who built a house. It was a 3-car garage, but instead of just having a 3-car garage, it was like elevated, so it had a walkout on the downside. He lifted an entire slab, so the entire basement... There was a basement under the garage, if that makes sense. So you drive underneath behind, and there was an entire workshop underneath the garage there. Oh, don't walk there, guys. Oh, there's more buildings here. You wait there. Oh, come on. Yay. Now I'm getting too much cash. I'm gonna run up. There's gotta be something up here too, right? No? Well, okay.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Grenadiers are just losing their collective SHIT over there, not knowing what to do.
Yes, sir.
Anything down here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Airstrike ready.
Yay, airstrike ready. Yeah, that's the question. Oh, oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so you can hunt out the SAM sites first, of course, but that one was rough getting started because there was so much attacks against you in the beginning there. Yeah, I think every mission is like an hour or 2 hours sometimes, depending on the size and everything. So that was a bit of a slog, but some of the missions are like that, but they're still beatable, so... Shut. I love these animations, so... Alright, Stuart, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it, and see you next time. Yeah, we're gonna call it here. I'm just gonna start the next mission, and we'll call the game there, just so I can save it. But I think it still holds up. It's a little not janky, but just peculiar or specific around certain areas. But it's still a really good game. the remastered edition, of course, are phenomenal, so I'll go here, why not? Slovakia. Such great games, the entire series.
World
I mean, I like
news
all of
and
them.
opinion. 6 critical items transmitted.
Ground and air skirmishes between NOD and GDI forces escalated today when NOD, reacting to recent
It does
GDI
work.
funding
I was
cuts,
using
launched
hotkeys.
a
Control
full-scale
grouping there
ground
actually does
attack
work, so...
against GDI troops in Africa.
The things that I do miss is the, I think, double tap to jump to that location, but you definitely can use control grouping, so I did use that quite a bit. I don't think you would missile dogfight that close.
GDI spokesman continued to deny rumors of continued weapons tests involving orbiting laser cannons capable of leveling entire armies in seconds.
Yep, no, we don't have that, aka the ion cannon, which is, of course, used extensively. The laser in space. Space lasers.
The exclusive photos smuggled out of the World Tiberium Research Center show evidence of serious ecological consequences in tiberium-rich areas. Whether these unusual effects on plant life have any relationship to recent reports of tiberium poisoning in humans remains to be seen.
Turns out, yes,
And the death
it is
toll
not
so
good for you.
far, God only knows. This is Greg Burdett standing in front of what GDI terrorists have left of the St. Olafsky orphanage.
Don't look so surprised, Commander. And
Oh, hi.
don't look around for your Eva. It can't help you now.
Well, what shall we talk about, Your powerful GDI forces have been emasculated, and you yourself are a killer of children. Now, of course, it's not true. But the world only believes what the media tells them to believe.
A little too real there,
I tell
Kane.
the media what to believe. It's really quite
A little
simple.
too real.
Oh, there's your little pet. But now that I know where you live, Commander, it's only a matter of time. Were I in your shoes, I would spend my last earthly hours enjoying the world. Of course, if you wish, you can spend them fighting for a lost cause. But you know that you've lost.
Mm-hmm. I like that guy. He strikes me an honest one. You mean Ted? Yeah, we're actually just finishing up. I'm just gonna get into the mission to save, and then that's it. So it's been a long game here now, but we had to finish the last mission. Just had to.
Defense condition field briefing.
Kill everything?
Serious threat to civilian population in Area 24. Just within Wrocławian border.
That's a map, alright. Anyway.
This mission is of great tactical importance.
Thank you for talking so slowly, in case I missed it.
Civilians sick or dying from tiberium poisoning.
Death. I don't get it. Draw a better graph than that.
Dr. Mobius, setting up research hospital site. Your mission.
Oh, it's slow delivery.
Mobius, his staff, and civilian population at all costs.
It's Eva, the electronic video agent. Or assistant. What work went into making this one shot here back in 95, I mean. A little bit, yeah. Yeah, there's these spores coming out from Tiberium. What it is, kind of sprouts more Tiberium. Not so good to be around that, maybe. That's fine. It's just humming. Yeah, the remastered edition actually comes with a Tiberium USB drive. Okay, we're gonna save here, but pretty cool. Little pins for the different factions and everything. Now, this of course comes with the Red Alert as well on here, which is also really cool. I mean, it's both Command & Conquer 1 and Red Alert, so recommended the Remastered Edition for sure. We're going to save. But yeah, probably call it there, but yeah. Ouch. Well, pointy, too. I think it causes death, right? But yeah, it's like a USB thumb drive here, too, that you can take out of the base. Just packings like that aren't needed, so. But yeah, that was a fun stream. It's fun revisiting this game, and I should really check out the Remastered Edition more, too. I didn't get that far in it, but highly recommend checking the Remastered Edition out if you want to play it on a modern machine. Otherwise, of course, it's available on old machines, so yeah. It's a fun game. I really enjoyed it back then. I still enjoy it a lot, too. It was very nostalgic, of course, but it is late, for sure. Thanks for hanging around, playing Command & Conquer 1. We played Red Alert, and we played Command & Conquer, and we played Tiberian Sun, so we're getting up the series here slowly but surely, so we'll see how far we get. But anyway, appreciate everyone hanging out, and then hopefully I'll see everyone next week. Have a good weekend, and good week. Good night.